So anyway, welcome back to Do Warforged Dream Electric Neil shit. I'm Darren, IDM.
Do Warforged dream of my shit?
I mean, probably. Like, there's one's bound to have done it.
I'm Amy, I'm Isadora, been trying to do that for the last 10 seconds.
Is it me? I'm Neil. I play Esme. Esme's fun. She's fun at parties. That's all you know.
I'm Laura, I play Coda. Not fun at parties. Good at shooting.
Can confirm. So yeah, Ian is still away. He will return not tomorrow. He will return next week, which is class in itself. But yeah, when we last left our heroes, you guys were getting shot by some forest walking ash lads. Can I have initiative, friends?
No!
So annoying.
No one's going ahead of me, buddy.
I really just want to have one go before you, just to be like, no,
I don't
you know
think
what, Laura?
anything else has a
Don't
plus
tell
8
me how to run
initiative
my
and a
game.
nat 20.
That should technically be 11, but whatever. Forgot that, I think.
You're still showing up a steel twister on my thing. I'm gonna refresh my roll 20.
Yeah, refresh, what?
Remember? Wait, hold on. Am I not?
You're still always CJ, because you never
I thought
change your
I changed
icon.
my picture. No,
You
I
changed
don't.
on Discord. You changed on
On
Discord,
Discord,
not
on
on
Discord.
roll 20.
Yeah, as the arrows fly over your head, guys, you hear like the metaphysical Dave's voice is like, guys.
Sorry, Darren, you broke up there. Say it again.
You hear Dave's voice in your heads as the arrows fly over your heads, and he's like, guys.
Loriet's here. She's sending warriors after us. Talk later. Bye.
And he's like, okay, we need to talk. Up first is Coda.
Now he wants to talk.
Okay,
You never pick up when I ring!
Wearing
Only
a
calls his
jacket
mammy when he
is
needs something!
He needs the money.
I'll shoot twice at number 1.
You're
How
worrying
many
your
people
father.
are around? Like, are there other people about to fight, or is it just like 3 of us and 3 zombies and there's no one else around?
Well,
Just
we were like
is.
sort of on the edge,
Yeah,
heading back
cool.
home, right?
Yeah.
I'm just afraid of missing and like shooting someone. Okay, yeah, no, I'll shoot 2 bullets at number 1. We haven't rested since the other fight, right?
No.
Cool, I have no more grit points. I'll try 2 sharpshooter, no advantage. Hey, 1 shot and 1 misfire.
Yeah, pretty much. Guess that damage.
17 damage and my gun's jammed.
Cool. Number 1's oh Jesus! Number 1, calm down there. Oh boy. Number 1's gonna walk up and shoot
They're
Coda.
excited. They're excited to make and kill new friends.
He also has a gun. Yeah, I'm gonna hellish. No, I can't hellish rebuke him because we haven't rested. I'll just take those shots.
Oh, Jesus.
You take a total of 22 piercing damage.
I wonder how much health I'm on.
I mean, that's usually your job.
No, I think I'm good. Alex healed me. Yeah, I'm grand.
Oh, we did get healed. Alex gave us push.
Yeah, he healed all of his potions.
Both of them directed at you.
They both hit.
22 piercing damage.
Cool.
And with that, it is your go, Amy.
I'm going to cast Ray of Frost at number 2. If I can remember what my mods are. Ooh, that's not gonna do it.
Arse.
Yeah, sorry, dude, that whizzes past.
I give Bardic Inspiration to Esme.
Nice.
Esme, it is your go.
Woo! Which one did Coda hit? The Coda one?
Coda hit number 1.
Drawing on my newfound strength, Esme is just gonna like
You're a
barrel
fucking werewolf.
Shh, no, it's like an STD. It'll pass. A BTD, a bitey transmitted disease.
Wow.
Can I apply Bardic Inspiration to the damage? No. I can just apply.
No, it's just the roll to hit, I believe.
And it's a D8.
Correct.
Cool. Esme runs up to number 1, and she just says, "Choppy, choppy." I'm going to apply my.
Esme is using her new Axe, is it?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, I'm also going to apply my Bardic Inspiration just because +2 to hit is low. That was such a waste.
Oh, that was a really nice roll, dude. Well done.
Fuck you, Esme. So what is it? It's a D8?
1d8 if one-handed, 1d10 if dual wielding. Or two-handed.
She'll like overhead. She'll overhead it, and just like drop it down on his head. Hiya!
Cool.
Bring it on! Esme has reached peak mass.
Esme.
Esme's gotten hit.
Number 3 opens like its palm, and you just see like a bolt of like fire emit from, and it burns you.
Fireball? Ah! Not like this.
The ice dudes are shooting fire. Cool.
Shit, what was my HP at? Well, this is how I die.
Nope.
Oh no, I have loads of HPs. I'm fine.
Yeah, we all got healed. We're fine. Well, we were fine.
It is back to Coda.
Cool. Oh god. I don't know if I should finish off one or try and go for one of the other ones.
Please remember, your gun did jam.
Oh, poo, it did. Yeah, okay, I'll use my action to try and ungun my jam. So that's advantage, right?
Yes, it's a... Imagine if you roll Snake Eyes.
What the fuck is my Tinker's Tool mod? It's int plus proficiency, right?
Correct.
It's 17.
Yep, you successfully unjamificate. Is there anything else you wish to do, Coda? Like move or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Just to try and attract a bit of attention to me and not Esme and Isadora.
I'm on fire!
Could I, no, I have action surge already, never mind. No. I'm just gonna stand here and hope they do not murder
I'd like
me.
to wee on the fire.
Con save, please.
Oh, for fudging hell.
Who is that, Neil?
Yep. Are you Esme, Laura?
I don't know why, my internet's being weird. You're breaking up for me, but apparently not
I feel
anyone
like
else.
everyone's internet's being weird.
Maybe.
My thingy says it's on 42 connectivity, so yeah, you pass, you take half damage, buddy.
Oh, thank Christ. Thank the blessed God.
Oh wow. Okay, you say you take 3 poison damage as this thing essentially like vomits all over you.
Oh God.
Oh god.
Is it ashy or is it liquidy?
It's a combination of like literal like bile, acidic-y, like generic evilness, ice and ash. So it's like thick and lumpy.
It's like porridge, is it? It's like porridge.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's like green icy porridge.
Well, I'm unhappy.
Delicious.
Coda, Dex or not Dex? Sorry, Con save, please.
You're getting vomited on.
Well, not too bad.
You also take half damage. Oh wow.
Am I getting
Oh
vomited
jeez.
on as well?
Sorry.
Am I getting vomited on as well?
Yes.
Cool.
Zombie.
That's necrotic damage just in general. Or not. What did I say to you?
Poison.
Yeah, poison. Yeah, sorry. Poison damage. I
Oh,
apologize.
I'm immune to poison damage. No, I'm immune to poison.
You haven't
I haven't! I gave it to Bones! Shit!
Yeah, that's what happens
Ah!
when you think with your
You
penis, Coda.
did.
Yeah.
Nothing
Isadora.
to do with his penis! Excuse you!
You sound
Being
like
a
you.
good citizen!
Hey, dreamy sheriff boy, let me just help with you with that shirt. Pop, pop.
I'm gonna cast I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost at number 2.
Nice.
Shit!
It whizzes past.
She smacks her own hands. What the hell is wrong with you? I give Bardic Inspiration to Coda.
Thank you, I need it.
And
You literally just took.
it.
Oh no, you did take damage.
Uno momento. So I just want to check the wording on this.
Everyone dies immediately. Petrified forever. Did Esme nearly get petrified, or did someone else?
No, Esme was like the longest running, or the closest to it happening, because you were like right up in that thing's face for a while.
She didn't look away, but then she killed it immediately, so she didn't get petrified.
Good times. He was
Esme, this is directed at you, buddy. Oh, fuck me!
Shit.
Oh man, number 3, I love you. Number 3 gets a fucking field promotion. Okay. Okay, so number 3 puts its hand up into the air, and you see a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy come into existence, and it's essentially like it's holding a storm. It's like thunder, and it just like fires it at Esme. So Esme, it's a crit, so I have to double the die, buddy. I'm sorry.
Is this what is this spell?
Chromatic orb. You get to choose what damage it does. It's such a good fucking
I love
spell.
that spell.
You take 24 thunder damage.
Ah! I'm still standing.
As it smashes into Esme, like ringing is heard as like the Pelor rod it's vibrating as a result of being like smashed by thunder.
Aww. Why must they fight over me?
Coda.
Right, okay, I have my gun back. So I'm right up close to this fucker though, so how's Esme looking? Is she like struggling?
I'm fine.
Okay, that's not really an answer, but yeah. Okay, I'll just try and rape your number 2, I guess. Oh, I'm in a bonus action second wind, which is something I always forget I can do.
Cool.
That's 1d10 plus my fighter level, right? I think it is.
What's wrong?
So I got 15 health back, and I'm gonna rape your thing.
Both hit, buddy. Shit, yeah, nice one. Okay, number 1's go again. Esme, con save, please.
Wait. Why hasn't Esme had a turn?
Did I skip you?
I think so, because Esme should have had a turn before number 1 got another go, because number 1 vomited on her.
Ah, Esme, I apologize. It's your go.
I know, it's just nice for you to remember. Anyway, Esme will try and smack this thing again. With her, oh, I don't have... Okay, hold on, let's see what happens. Hiya! Oh, good. And then... It's another, like, 2-hand swing. Is it dead?
Number 1 collapses, but it kind of tackles as it does.
Esme, like...
Rude and bad.
Esme misty steps behind Coda and takes out the, like... Actually, no, screw it. She misty steps, like, up here. And, like, hides behind some bushes or something. And she takes out the rod of Pelor. Like, okay, I fed one dog today. It's time for Pelor to be helpful. And she... just, like, slowly bleeding.
Okay, it is number 2's go. Coda, can I have a con save, buddy?
Goodbye forever.
Not ideal.
Goodbye forever.
Okay, Coda, you take the following damage whenever it rolls. Okay, you take 11 poison damage, and you are poisoned.
Cool. I need to get that hat back. Or, what was it? A circlet? Circlet.
Yeah. It was a cool hat.
But Coda, you feel poisoned, and you're like, oh, I don't feel good, but you feel particularly not good.
Oh, cool. Excellent. I'm glad.
You've been
And with that, it is Isadora's go.
Cool. I say to Coda, hold down the fort, and I go cast Cure Wounds on Esme.
Thank you!
At a 3rd level. Oh!
Oh,
my
man!
That's the
Cursed!
shroud.
Cursed!
Yeah, the Grim doesn't want me to live. I appreciate it, Amy and Izzy. It's fine. It's just the gods aren't with us. I think Esme's meant to die here.
No, I'm flushing this. What the fuck?
What was this? Plus 9. Okay.
Esme, as you like, as like Isadora's like, ha, what the fuck? You both hear a howl.
Oh, fuck.
Is that your creepy dog?
I don't know. I'm sick of this.
Can we tell it to fuck off, maybe?
Maybe it was me. Maybe it was just secretly Esme. She just didn't realize.
She's mid-transformation. She's going.
Isadora, anything else you'd wish to do, buddy, while you're here?
Let's curl up on the ground and cry. It's okay.
Wait, hold on.
Why are there big D20s over Esme and Izzy?
Oh, they were already on screen.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
just where I moved Esme. Oh no, come back.
Screw it, I'm going to use this action to cast Healing Word because this is bullshit.
What's that big blue thing?
This is bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not.
What's the big blue thing though?
It's eyebrows. Ebrows. Is it a personification of it's a rain cloud. It's a smiley face. It's a determined face. It's a nose. Is that a wart?
I don't know.
It is.
Is it a witch?
Is it a bird? Is it a plane?
It's something
It's
eating
dignity!
Something eating me.
Even that's not that good, but it's better than 9.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't believe the bonus action, like low level spell, did way more healing.
What the fuck was that?
Is that all,
Weird.
Izzy? Is that your go, buddy?
Yes.
Esme!
Yeah, am I in trouble?
No, I mean, like, it's your fucking go.
I thought
more
I was going to go.
Oh, yeah. Wait, no, technically we're in the correct order now, so just take a fucking go, Esme.
Stop yelling at me.
Darren, I want you to remember when it's my go. Remember when you go, what are you doing giving me a go?
It had just been my go. Anyway, Esme takes out the rod of Pelor and fires a shot off at the one in front of Coda. He's like, Coda, go and kill the other one. He's more dangerous. He's got
Another
a
really
taste for
weak
my-
thumbs up.
He's got a taste for my blood.
Good.
How dare you? Okay. Oh, good.
Nice.
And because Coda is so close, I can do extra damage.
Yay, I'm helping.
Do you know how much I wanted to be like, the disc flies through the air, an image of ball flashes before Esme, the disc disappears.
Ah, for fudging hell.
No, but no, roll, buddy, roll, buddy.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to use my second attack.
Nice.
That one also hits. And then I'm
Do you
going
get
to
sneak
try
attack
and...
again?
No, I don't.
Oh,
That is a sneak attack
Still.
roll, actually. So
30 damage that turn.
Go away!
You slice 2 in half.
Coda,
Third
kill
thumbs
the other
up.
one! This is my lowest ever. 11 thumbs up. Okay, well, so I've oh fuck. So Darren, I've
Yes,
appeased
buddy?
Pelor, and I've appeased the Shroud. So do I have any weapon relating to Baal that I can, like, you know, kill
Wait,
this
hold
last
on.
one?
Neil.
Baal?
Sorry, Neil, just follow-up question to what you just said. How did you appease the Shroud?
I killed something.
Kill the dude with
first.
the axe.
Oh, wow, the miscommunication and misinterpretation is fantastic. This is great.
What?
No, kid, I'm joking, Neil. I'm purely fucking with you, buddy. Calm down. It's
I love that
okay.
Esme
You're
now has
doing
to
good.
appease 3 gods per turn in combat.
God.
Like, in my defense, it'll be explained.
Oh,
But
yeah,
hold
no,
on.
yeah.
Whose go is it? Oh, it's number 3's!
Cool, hit me.
Hit me.
Don't hit anyone!
Oh yeah, let's just talk about it.
I'm tanking.
It
I
looks
do
at
good.
it looks at Coda,
Good.
and it runs up here.
Where? Oh god.
Oh, it's ranged spell attack, really? Ooh, interesting.
No.
Cool,
No.
cool, cool. Why not just
No.
me?
Oh, not interesting.
They want me to die.
Clearly.
This is my fault.
Everyone just is so interested in Esme these days.
Oh, why, God? Why? Not like this. Is this what it feels like to play Rust, Laura?
Yeah! Yeah, it is!
Oh, is it against me, Darren?
Oh,
No,
your
that's
own
against
medicine,
Isadora.
it's bitter.
Oh no!
That hits.
It's essentially like teeny tiny, because this is how I've always pictured Guiding Bolt. I always pictured Guiding Bolt as like clusters of light going, like, you know, essentially like beams of light hitting someone. But this is essentially that, but the energy is clearly necrotic and evil. That kind of thing. It's kind of got like icicles dripping off it and stuff. That sort of thing.
Cool. What do I take?
Oh my God, Isadora's undead.
You take a total of 17 necrotic damage.
Look at those 2 6s.
Mm.
Hey, there was a 1 in there, buddy.
It could have been 4 6s. You're not wrong. Believe me.
Coda,
Yeah.
make your round go there, buddy.
Cool, cool, cool. Bullet shoot at 3. 2 with sharpshooter.
With disadvantage, Coda, you're
What?
rather ill.
Bones!
Somehow this is Bones' fault.
No, it's just calling him for help.
Oh, missing that crit
that's
though.
17 though. That's
Missing
17. Yeah, roll, buddy, roll for damage.
That's my
23, but it could have been so good. It could have been
Oh
so
shit,
good.
nice. Wow, heck, this thing is like on its last legs in quotations. But Coda, I'm gonna need 2 things from you, buddy. Okay, buddy, you ready? You keeping up, buddy? So I'm gonna need 2 con saves. First, give me 1 con save, buddy. Give me that save.
It's a 15.
You know what? You feel the poison, like you're like, whoa, yeah, that's grand. But like you're like, yeah, I don't feel poisoned. I know what being poisoned's like. I ain't feeling that way. Then why does like my insides burn uncontrollably? Coda, what's Coda's firing, like his gun arm?
Right?
He's right-handed. Okay, cool. I need to make a note of that, just in general. Okay, yeah, you feel like your right arm is start to like seize up, and when you look down at it, you can see like what looks like little bits of ash forming on your palm. Can I have another con save, please?
God, please don't lose your arm.
Mm.
I'm sorry, buddy. The disease doesn't leave you.
Hey Laura, why don't you just use, I don't know, luck or something? Lucky Laura. You
Hey
know
guys,
Lucky
hey
Laura.
guys, good thing our paladin's right here.
A cruel man would pan around the fact that Paladin. I am not one like that, though. Okay, so Coda, good hustle. Good. Do you want to move, Coda? You want to move and like that? You tie a bow on the round. Is Laura? Laura, are you okay?
No. Fuck. Yeah.
She's a witch! Get closer.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Cool. Alrighty. Deadly. Right, that's Coda's go. Okay, so all 3 of you hear the following. You all hear a deafening, like, bloodthirsty howl, but not like a howl, like a mouse howl that you heard, like, or a wolf howl. This is like kind of like a snarling dog howl. And Isadora, you see it because I believe you are facing Esme, kind of like with, you know, curing intent, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Esme, you see, like, essentially, Esme, it's like if someone, like, gut punch you, you're kind of like, ugh, you know, kind of like in that backwards motion. But
Yeah.
from your point of view, you see Esme kind of, like, get punched in the gut, quotations, but a large astral, like, black-like dog, like, just appears out of her. And essentially, like, sprints past Coda, and Coda, as it sprints past you, you also notice it, and it kind of just, like, dives onto number 3 and starts, like, essentially, like, ripping it to shreds. So congrats, guys. Final Fantasy music plays.
It's over.
So now we can see it.
Yeah, essentially, like, got this thing's head in its jaws, and it's, like, facing you all. With kind of, like, can I kill it in its eyes.
Esme just gives it a thumbs up. Like, oh, great, everybody. We've got a dog now.
But, like, we couldn't see it before, right?
You sorry, you could or you couldn't is what you're asking.
We couldn't.
No, you can't see this. Yeah, it essentially, like, Esme giving the thumbs up, this thing kind of, like, bites down and, like, actually, like, bites this thing's head, like, in one go. It's like you just see, like, not blood because it's undead, so it's just kind of like crush and ash and ice kind of goes, you know, everywhere. It's like, oh my god, gross, gore. But it kind of, like, you know, sits in kind of like a, like, you know, when you tell a dog to sit, that kind of thing, it just sits there and, like, looks at you guys.
Hello?
You just hear a voice from the dog be like, step into the darkness.
As it just hangs her head, is like, okay, and then just walks into the darkness.
Yeah, essentially, like, the picture in front of you is, like, between you and the dog, essentially, is kind of like a patch of ground that just looks like it's like almost like zero light is hitting it. Like, the grass is yoked, but, like, when Esme's like, fine, it's like just like all of you.
Oh, no, not them. Leave them alone. They haven't signed up for this.
Is this
Are you gonna hurt us?
new or like is this?
Yeah, no, this
it's done before or
no, this is new. Where are you taking us?
We have a call. We have someone to call back. We
Oh,
missed
yeah.
a call.
Hold on, Esme actually just, like, steps back out for a second. It's like, hold on, I need to take this. She's like, David! She starts, like, screaming at the ring. It's like, David! Answer me! There's a dog. She just kind of, like, falls down. It's like, there's a dog, David.
He's like, oh, what? I thought you guys needed to, like, do a thing I could call back.
Okay, as we get control of yourself, like, David, is what you need to talk to us about urgent?
He pauses and he's like, nah, I'll call you tonight.
Okay. And Esme clicks the hang up button on her.
Like, yeah, it's a case of, like, he's just like, no, it's fine. And it's like, as the phone's going down to, like, the, you know, the hang up, like, you know, to put it on, you can just hear, like, they're at the door, and he's like, clink, and he's like,
Oh god.
Esme just turns to the door. It's like, he probably wants us to do his laundry, and then she just crawls towards it.
It's probably girl things. It's fine.
So, Shroud, what's up?
It's like, we must. Oh, okay, it's like, we must have a conversation.
Why would you go with this thing?
Because, look, I gotta just put it out there, guys. There's only so much of these kind of strange, creepy creatures we're gonna be able to get around. I gotta bet dollars to donuts, you guys, that I have not seen the last of Baal either. So I am going to just meet the decisions that I have made head on, and I would
but
very much.
Do you ever think that maybe this would happen less if you were just less willing to accept these things?
I mean, maybe
Oh, an
if
axe
I...
made of smoke, I'll just take it with me. Oh, an
Yeah.
evil murder dagger, I'll just use that.
As
Maybe
just like,
if you
as
just thought about it.
she just stands up and she's in the darkness. She's like, hey, I'm just gonna put something out there to you, buddy. I do this so no one else has to.
No one would have to if you just. No one would. No one else would.
Oh, that's a good idea. So hold on. Okay, just gonna put this one out there, right? I'm gonna leave this one on the table. If I hadn't been willing to do some absolutely spurious shit to get Dave to where he is now, would we be better off or worse off? I'm not saying it'll be that way every time, but the first time was good, and the last time I didn't fall. I'm not saying I trust I'm not saying I trust the Shroud, but I'm going to go and speak to the Shroud in the hopes of getting some information out of a creature associated with a weapon that we got off one of our enemies.
Well, it looks like we're all going to have to speak to it.
Yeah, I think so. And look, I'm sorry about that. I would very much wish that could just be something I carry myself.
No, you're right. You're right.
I know, I'm very rarely wrong. She just like lies down beside the dog. She's like, take me away.
You guys are yes, like the patch of darkness is asking you to step into.
Yeah, how's my arm, Darren? Is it changing or?
Oh no, it's like essentially when you like failed, it's like if there was like a speck of it on your hand, like the palm now kind of has like a bit of a dark on it kind of thing, and you're like you don't feel too hot, your arm's kind of throbbing. But more on that later.
Maybe I should like try and nip this in the bud though, because like if this spreads and I lose my arm, I'm gonna be real upset.
I thought you didn't want an arm, Laura.
I would very much like an arm, Neil. I need that to shoot my gun and invent things. I'm like a real hands guy, you know?
Okay, let's do one thing at a time. Evil dog.
Yeah, let's talk to the dog.
Storm. Call our kid back.
Call our errant son.
He's off in thief college. Getting into wild parties.
I'm so
Is
proud
anyone
of him.
keeping up appearances? Is anybody
Right, so when you guys step into the darkness, you see the dog kind of like cast aside like whatever it was in its mouth, and as it casts it aside, you see like it slow down and like essentially like freeze in time, space, that kind of thing. When you step into like fully into the darkness, you like all around you starts to turn like jet black, like completely envelops you. It's like really matte black. There is like no light in this place, and you can no longer see Dead Man's Haven. Like it just seems you're in like a pitch black room. Of you, like there is no source of light, but it's as if there is a very, 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 very soft purple light above you, to the point where like you guys can kind of see just like a soft purple glow like on your foreheads, as if like a light was above you, just enough to kind of discern where everybody is in the room, that sort of thing. Like other than that, it's like pretty much just jet black. You guys can only kind of see like foreheads and like nose and like the shine in your eyes kind of thing, that sort of thing.
Okay.
For you is and like again, the thing that sticks out to you is the fact that there is forehead in this place, and it looks like kind of like it almost looks kind of like a elven woman. You're not entirely sure of like race, but it's just like it's got the typical like elven ears jutting out. You can see them with the light, and like its hair's tied back in a ponytail sort of thing. And she's like, I will be speaking on behalf of the Shroud. And like when she says the Shroud, she kind of like tilts her head so you can see behind her, and like it's like the purple is like behind whatever shape is at the back, but it's like it's incredibly tall individual, maybe like 9 to 10 feet tall, with a cloak that's like wrapped on her body, so it's just like straight down, and a cowl is up kind of thing, and you can see like two like pinpoint eyes like looking at everything, that sort of thing.
Okay.
She's nice.
It's like we've been watching you, Miss Hello.
Yeah. You and Pelor and Ball and Dave, the alien. A lot of people are watching me.
She's a popular gal.
I'm dramatic like that. I make a good show.
She's like, well, everybody needs a champion in the coming war, do they not?
Yeah, sure.
The Red Star has its clutches on. Others are pending.
Esme just holds up her finger briefly. It's just... the Red Star, I take it you're relaying that back to our goblin friend.
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm just making sure that I know who is who in this one. Keep going.
She's like, Pelor watches over you, Ball tempts you. You do not bend the knee. Any of them. Why is that?
Because when I finally decide who to take to prom, it means I can't take the other two. Everyone's making very good deals. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. I love Pelor, like, a lot. I get on so well with Pelor Light. I'm not even kidding. But oh god, I realized. Oh, that's sad anyway. She's just like, I just, people make very good deals, and I just, want to keep the options open. Don't want to box myself in.
I respect that. The offer we have for you extends to you, your friends, if they wish, but they don't strike us the kind that would benefit nor would lead the life that those who follow the Shroud tend to. Those who would, scurry in the dark, realize that sometimes the good thing to do is no longer the lawful thing to do. That sort of thing. So what we... It's like would that what we offer is help, or not help, aid. You want to save your friends, do you not? You want to stop this approaching darkness.
Yes.
And we want you to stop it too. Because if there's no life, there's no worship, and if there's no worship, we not that we lose power, we just it's more boring than anything.
It's nice to have ants that worship you. I get it.
Oh, no, yeah, but it's also a case of what the order want to do is a taboo. It's like war on existence is it's just there's just some things you don't do, and they're getting balls. We cannot direct interfere because that's not our job. Your kind made this mess. Your kind must clean it up. All we can do is offer influence, assistance. Have you ever wondered why there's always a necromancer who worships a ball, and there's a cleric of light that worships Pelor that seems to always rise up and put him down? It's restoring balance. Your kind are welcome to do as they please, go about their lives, and all we do is, try to add balance to everything. And we want to tip the scales back to balance and offer you a helping hand. You strike me as a woman who could benefit with being one of the shadows, could you not?
Yes, definitely. I could benefit from being nigh untraceable. I could benefit from plenty of things. My biggest concern here is, and maybe it's just something I'm just associating. Maybe I'm completely correct. And she hunts we are physically here. This is not a mental thing. We are physically here.
Yes.
Esme takes out the axe and she's just like, someone from the Order gave us this. And I took it because and she looks to her friends, am a well-known menace to society.
Isidore actually burst out laughing.
The biggest problem with this is, why would someone from the Order give us your axe? What, I am standing in accusation of anyone. But, and she's just kind of you have to admit, this is a bit of a strange one. I'll stand as your champion. That is not an agreement. This is a longer statement. I would stand as your champion after communicating with you through this that I got from the room we would be fighting to keep balance against. I've no doubt that your work is good work, or your work is the necessary work, and I will do the necessary work. But that's the question.
Yeah, she raises a hand. Again, you can only just see it's essentially a gradient of light, very faintly, from to the fingers, like you see your hand kind of go up. It's like, Esme, I'm not sure what that person told you, but that weapon is not ours. It's a weapon of the enemy. You wield the Or's weapon in their name. You slay with weapon in their name every time doing it.
Oh God.
It's like we've had our eye on you and most of your what's the word? Not employees. Well, some of your employees technically, but your peers in that collective community you so passionately work for back home. It's like, oh, we offer the ability to become one with the dark, the shadows, like essentially enhance your abilities to do what you do. We've had our eye on you for quite some time. It was purely how the dice fell that you would disturb one of our hounds in a mass grave. Yeah, oh yeah. Like it's if that isn't the most meta joke I could ever make in this game, it never will be.
You know what the saddest part about that whole thing is? I fully associated that with Rizbit's magic 1,000 dice before I did with actual factual.
Yeah,
actual factual dice.
Fair. Oh yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, no, it's a case of like, yeah, no, like it's like if like the benefits we can offer you.
Is it dental? Do I get dental?
Oh yeah, big time. Dental and holidays. It's like we can offer you benefits, like only if you wish to, of course. But first and foremost, you must rid yourself of that thing.
Yeah, definitely. I could. Yeah, no, definitely. 1 second. She just takes out the axe. Hey, Axie, my axe friend that I have carried into battle several times now. If you're going to do anything cool, I would suggest you do it now so that I know what you do, because you're about to be destroyed. And I kind of don't really care either way. So just if you got anything worth doing, give it a look. And she just kind of shakes the axe.
Yeah, the axe has no reaction.
Okay. See you later, butthole axe. And she just she just holds it out, and she's like, if you want to just unmake that with the powers of the gods or whatever, that'd be great.
Yeah, she takes it off you, and essentially as she holds it, you see it it's burning flames. It's the only bit of light that's in this place is coming from these flames, and a couple of seconds go by and it's past, and it's an elven woman again. The way it's lit, you can't exactly tell what type, but yeah, it's clearly an elven woman, and her armor is just jet black. It's completely it seems to absorb light more so than light rest on top of it kind of thing. And yeah, and she's so she's well, stats, now that's gone. It's that's a good step. It's all we want is not you to pick a side, but what's going to happen will happen to a degree. It'll be bloody, it'll be difficult, but there is the possibility of not outright stopping it, because their magic is rather difficult, but there is a chance to an end to it. So it does again, and we save as many as possible. But to do so, you need help. You are but 4 people. There isn't some grand prophecy that 4 valiant knights will rise up and various gods. No, you're just 4 people who clearly want to do the right thing, and we want to aid you within reason. People like Ball are just dicks. He's an asshole. Don't talk to Ball.
No, we do that, don't worry.
It's he's awful at parties. He tried to shift me once. It was awful.
But he's so cute. I don't think I've ever thought that a literal corpse was cute. He just seems misunderstood.
I know she can't see me, but I'm giving her the filthiest look.
He is.
I know, me and Pelor have been going steady for a while, but he's just cute, guys.
Well, it's not. He's just adorable. He's just a dote. but I get it.
He
Like,
shanked me.
He's not a doe.
Coda, literally, relax.
The hand goes up against it. Please stop, like, with the childish bickering. It's follow potential champions when all they do is bicker.
Yeah, if you're gonna recruit people, you're gonna have to put up with that. I'm just saying.
The elven woman like turns back to the Shroud. Any chance, like Garrett could steal their voice? No? Okay, fair enough. And she's like, collects herself. It's like, so, like, again, the offer is for all of you, but you strike me as the type that would be interested in this kind of work. Again, if you are, that's perfectly fine. But, like, this offer originally was aimed at Esme, but we do not script. It's more just a case of we'd be surprised if people would be into this kind of thing. But, again, the offer is open to you all. Is this something you would be interested in?
I'm in the middle of different negotiations.
You see, again, although it's like no light, you see her eyebrow like go straight up, and she's like, "Oh, we're aware.
Oh, for fuck's
We all gossip. You don't think we're all not up there gossiping? We know. We know.
Jupiter
We all got
Jupiter is Isadora's mate.
I get the biggest one. I decide.
Mars strolls up to the water cooler, and he's like, "I catch that."
Oh god. Anyway, as I just turns to the other two, it's like, okay, so I'm just gonna put this out there. I have to declare myself for one person. It does make it so that I probably can't, get overly attached to any more alien babies or zombies. So this is probably a win-win-win for everyone involved.
She's like, "Oh, that is a very interesting choice of words, Esme.
Which
Not being able to get attached to people anymore. That's a very, very interesting choice of words."
What are you gonna do to her?
Yeah, are you gonna make it so that I'm a
Elaborate.
ghost? I don't know what.
Say that again, Neil.
Am I gonna be a ghost? Am I not gonna be able to touch people anymore?
No.
No. Do that. No, you can do that.
How about you just relax for 3 seconds, buddy? So essentially, you see, again, a shoulder, her shoulder move that she's clearly getting something from something, and you see the glint off the knife as it spins, and she aims the not aims, but kind of is offering the handle towards Esme. It's if again, you don't have to do this, but if you wish to go down this road, in time you will need this knife. You can say yes now, but there is components that are required before we progress. Know that if you take this route, you will gain benefits, and obviously, as you essentially, if you level up in the Shroud class, it'll get you, if your devotion grows, you will, boons will increase, that kind of thing. And it's all that is taken from you is the bone of an enemy, a certain enemy. I'll let you know which one.
Fuck's sake.
She's and you will no longer be able to be infatuated with anyone. You can care, you're not going to be an emotionless husk, but to find genuine love for another individual, not, because all of that will be aimed at, and she gestures to the Shroud behind her. It's all Shroud takes from you is your heart and your ability to truly, genuinely love us. That is the price to pay to save your friends.
They're
What
not
say
in
you,
character, but just a technical query, romantic love or any love.
Essentially, quote unquote, romantic true love. Esme, okay, yeah, so hold on, pause. Essentially, fucking, what's that movie? With the llamas. Emperor's Groove, everything fades to black. Yeah, Emperor's New Groove, everything fades to black. Emperor Cusco Darren steps out and he's like, "Hey, it's a case of Esme wouldn't be an emotional husk. She can care about people and be I don't want that person to die. They're my friend. But in terms of achieving wow, I'm genuinely filled with love when I'm with this person. It's impossible. No,
So
she lacks the
can't
component.
fall in romantic love with someone.
Yeah,
But
essentially.
can she feel like genuine love for her friends or her family? Or
oh yeah, she can care about them and like love them to a degree, but like in terms of like genuine, like you make me feel warm inside and I space out daydreaming about you, love is like off the table because actually like she falls romantically in love with the Shroud. So essentially, Esme could like hypothetically never have a like happy ever after with a romantic partner, that kind of thing. Like there'll always be like a barrier in the way, sort of thing. Like that lets her go like the whole like, no, I could spend the rest of my life with you because I love you so much. That kind of thing. But like, actually, hold on, like we like unpausing, like resuming, like the woman holding the knife out is like obviously like you can mull it over. We're not saying you have to do it because again you lack the required components. But it's just a case of like that's the toll, like get in to the club.
So it's not a 15 in strength. It is incompatible. It is being ostensibly incompatible with all potential paramours.
Yeah.
Oh God, I won't win the dating sim portion of the competition.
And the bone of a specific person they haven't told us about yet.
Yeah.
Esme will take the knife and she's like, I'd really like to know the bone thing though. Like, get that one out there. It's like, I'm going along with a lot of this and Esme's just like, just hold on a second. And she's like, Isadora, is everything okay?
Oh no, I'm just scared. That's a really scary thought.
Esme just like,
I wanted to be close.
Esme just like, she like holds back out the knife to like the representative and says, "Can you just hold this for a minute?"
Yeah, like the voice of the Shroud takes it.
Yeah, like just hold. She holds both of Isadora's hands in hers and she says, "Regardless of what this means, if for some reason, somehow, it's not what we think. If it's not that I cannot, if I cannot love anyone, then you will be safe in the assurance to know that I have love, and with as much of my heart as I can spare, will continue to love you, Coda, and Rizbit. That was never in question." And she like, assuming Isadora is willing, she'll like kiss Isadora's forehead and says, "I don't think any bond I make with anyone else will be as easily broken when I will always remember teaching you how to read." And she's just kind of like, and she'll turn around and she'll take back the dagger.
No.
Okay.
Please.
Coda, listen. You got your
you learned from
own
me?
monstrous other problems. Wow.
Yeah.
Esme will take the dagger. She's like, okay, Coda has made a very legitimate case here, which is we should learn from Coda and mistakes. But I'm going to give you a maybe that is 70% yes and 30% no, and we will stay in contact. We're all on the page. It's all good. Tell me who I have to kill and steal their bone. If it's bones, I swear to God, I'm gonna get so mad. But
You see like this like sphinx like face, kind of like you see a grin definitely appear, kind of like you see the edges of the mouth kind of teeter up into the light, and she's like, oh, it's like, no, don't, come on. It's like, we're well aware of your comrades' oral stance on that kind of, no, like we don't operate that way. It's like bones hold a lot of power, like not that well, that bones, but like literal bones hold a lot of power, and we draw on their power from, but none of an enemy is bleed. And don't worry, when that enemy is bleeding out, you'll hear a howl and you'll know.
Oh,
but
good.
no, but we're not going to ask you to like sneak into a crib and murder a kid, for fuck's sake. Come on.
And until that happens, I can't. This is as far as I go. Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. Like, it's a case of like, we know when it's going to happen, because gods.
Yeah.
You should have an adequate time to mull it over. It's not going to happen tomorrow, if that's what you're thinking. But you know what I mean. Like you'll have to, and then when it happens, you may, harvest the bone required. The femur. That's the like thigh leg bone. Yeah. You need the femur. You have to use that knife to get it out. That kind of thing. And when you do, we'll contact you again. If you all go through, and again, we will go restate the rules, and she'd like air quotes. We will have a pretty much similar conversation of this. We'll go over it all one more time, so we're all on the one page. And if you so wish, then, and she gestures to the shroud, we will do our thing.
Esme, bows, and she says, I'm happy to know that we aren't going to be eaten by dogs, and I'm happy to know that I have a choice in all of this, and the time to consider it is well appreciated. And she just bows, and she makes a point of kind of bowing at both of them, but it won't be a case of trying to move around the voice of the shroud to bow at the shroud. In case of just a simple slight movement of an inch to the left to basically acknowledge both of them, and then she'll just be like, until the time comes to harvest a bone, I suppose.
The voice of the shroud kind of again, close her eyes, a little forehead forward, kind of like a mini bow kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she just says, "Chad, hide you, Miss Nilo," and that, it's gone. You are standing in that piece of grass, and you see essentially the piece, whatever that the dog threw, resume falling, and it slaps into the ground. The dog is gone, in the sense that Esme, you too cannot see the hound, but it's just as she finishes saying that, literally a click, and it's all gone. You're there, you have the knife in your hand, and there you go.
Esme puts it where the ball knife was, basically in a dagger sheath on her back, just across her lower back, and she's like, well, that was emotional. Let's go home. I'm really tired. Is everyone okay? Is everyone not emotional? I don't want to. I will get to emotionally, but is everyone physically okay right now?
Not really. Coda, hit your arm.
Oh yeah.
I just got beat up. Yeah, we need to rest. We need to take care of that.
Call our son.
We need to not keep getting involved in this prophecy world-ending bullshit.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think we had the opportunity to get out of that one, if for no other reason than Dave emptied his purse once he got that snake heart, and it was "This is what you have to do," and it was okay, thanks. It's a lot of pressure.
Let's go yell at him over the phone
on Skype. How does this work?
I can see you, but can you see me? It says you can see you, but I can't see you at all. This is
frozen.
weird.
It's weird, yeah.
Oh god.
When I open a window, does that make it run smoother?
Esme, I
Yes,
know you don't want to talk about it now, but I want to talk to you.
About what?
Before you
about
make
the
this
knife?
decision.
I mean, look, I'm not I will perfectly be willing to talk about it now. It's not a problem for right now, because
I know.
It's off in the future.
And I know you're going to do whatever you want to do, regardless of what I think.
No, smarty pants. I will do what I think is needed to be done. I've never done things that I want to do. Do you think I enjoyed tearing out spines to a severed head in a jar? Do you think
you had a little bit of fun?
Oh, I'm not saying that it was the worst experience I've ever had, but it was definitely not an enjoyable thing. It was jumping into a pit with a giant snake to tear out its heart. I don't do these things because they're enjoyable. I find joy in them because if I didn't, I'd probably be more stressed about life. And and she just puts a hand out towards Coda, how stressful this life is. But it's a case of I've never done anything, I don't think so anyway, willfully to my own benefit and to the lack of benefit to others. At least I don't know that I have.
Maybe you're being
And-
too selfless.
Yeah.
Think
It's
of what
also
you're giving
cool.
up for this. I didn't. That's just why I'm warning you. I didn't think
What
of
did
what I
you
was
give
giving up. Look at me.
But
I
that's
gave
really
up my
not
life.
that bad.
Hundreds of
Ah.
years.
Oh yeah, like a mortal lifespan.
I didn't
Well, that's
think.
sad.
I lost everything because of a stupid deal. I just don't want to see it happen to you.
Esme, like, yet again, just like holds hands with Coda and Isadora, and she's just like, if the trade-off is, if I lose a future where I would live happily with someone that I love, to the cost of having a future in the first place, and probably no damage, and she's like swinging the two of your arms because she's just
Aw.
she's like, and probably no cost to like my continued living with the people that I know all across this place. I'm pretty sure it's a decent deal.
Well, we don't
If
know
I-
if this is a life or death, world-ending thing.
Esme is just like,
I
I think you gotta
I know
direct-
most things are, but this might not be the one key that will save everyone. This could just be
no,
a
it
mistake.
might not be, but equally, following, what was it, the Red Star? Following down Risbet's trail might not be, and I'm sure there's probably going to be negatives to that. We do what we have to, because we're the ones who said we'd put ourselves on the line.
I know.
So we
But
gotta.
this might not be a requirement for saving the world. It might just be a
No.
mistake.
I mean,
You have time to think about
Yes,
it.
just don't.
We
go
all
off
have
in the
time
night.
to. We all have. Okay, first of all, do not say more to incriminate yourself because just hypocrite signals going off everywhere. We have
Oh,
time to
wow.
talk about this. We have time to debate this all we want. Go home.
yeah, no, let's go home. And all, like, she was gonna say one more thing. I can't remember what. Shit, doesn't matter then. It's
I
just
might
like, let's
catch up.
go.
I'm gonna go and maybe see the healer about this.
Yeah, let's all go healers.
Yeah.
Let's stick together. Let's go and some healers. I'm gonna go and pee, and then you guys can start doing that.
Okay, so we'll head to the healers.
Is it
Where we went before.
Clyde? I can't remember his name. I have a cheat sheet
So
somewhere.
and Travis.
Clyde and Trevor.
Clyde and Travis. Let's go see them.
Yeah, you guys kind of like, have to wait in line a little bit, but essentially like Clyde with his glasses and old man face like ushers you in and he's like, what's the issue?
I just hold out my arm. I was fighting reanimated dead, and this happened.
He's like, oh, God. You kids, your weird sex things. Hold on.
Yeah, sorry, that's exactly what it was.
His head pops back out and he's like, I'm not. No, I don't have to justify my. No, no, Clyde doesn't know anything. You just gotta heal everyone. He goes into the back and you hear like doors slamming. He's like, Clyde's just an old man who gave up his entire fucking. He comes back and he's like, like we had a case with a brother there recently who were doing like weird sex things because they're like edgy,
I
and
assure
for
you,
some
this was not a
reason,
sex thing. I
and
did
for
not
some
put
reason,
myself
their
into a
parents just wouldn't
zombie.
hit him because, like, I mean, if my kid came and was like, I like tried to summon Asmodeus while my girlfriend kissed me, it's like, well, son, this is a club and you're gonna fucking meet. You know what I mean? It's just fucking kids these days. Anyway, and he's like, here, rub this. It's 50 gold. Like, essentially, like slams like a pouch with like some sort of salve in it. It's like rub it on that. Yeah, he's like, rub it on your
It's
skin
fine.
for like a week and it should be fine. If it continues, either cut the hand off or you're just going to have to pay
What?
for like a greater restoration spell, basically. I can do it, but it's not cheap, you know what I mean? Like, it's like extreme moolah, even for, deputy.
How much
This
is it?
police. I don't know, like 700 gold. Like, that'll work, and if it doesn't work, then you worry about cutting hand off and doing the other thing.
No, cutting hands off. No.
Well, then what's the paste? What's that do?
If it's a mild infection, which it looks like it is, it should like kind of nip it in the bud before it gets too extreme. Like if you'd waited a couple of hours or like, you know, kind of slept on it to see if it went in the morning kind of thing, you definitely would have been looking at a cut off the hand / pay for an expensive spell.
I'm just like rubbing this shit all over the hand right now. I'm just like just covering my hand in this shit.
He's just like dead eyes in his face. He's like, yeah, it's I get your enthusiasm, but like, calm down, kid. You ain't gonna die. I mean, we all like our hands. You know what I mean? They're pretty great. He's just like, that's cool. I mean, I'm glad you need them. I need them too. If I didn't have them, people die. It's a. They're little tiny flesh things with little snakes, and they stop people from dying. He's just rummaging through a press, and he has a hip flask, and he's like, "Is there anything else?"
Pay the man.
He's like, "Thank you for your services. May your days be long." And he's like,
yeah, bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, Laura, essentially, if you were to put that on Coda's hand, like, for a few days, you should survive.
I don't like that at all, Darren.
I
don't like that.
I mean, like, I'm consulting my notes, and it's literally, like, if I give Laura an exact answer, that's boring. So let's leave it open, friends.
Cool. Can I try and roll, like, medicine or arcana to see if this is, like, I mean, like, if there's some sort of magical property.
Yeah, give me a medicinal roll.
I'm stressed.
Yeah, well, sure, everyone's fucking stressed. You don't see us rolling 9s, do you?
Stage fright.
So, you guys with yourself and your, like, bill that is now paid, thank you, Amy. Is there anything else you would like to go, or we just kind of, like, regroup at home kind of thing, that sort of thing?
Alexander said he was going back to our place, right?
He was going to go hand in the quest at Mother Moon and then at your house.
Cool.
Yeah. So let's
I
go
can't
back.
think of anything pressing. I'll go back home.
Yeah, no, we have to talk to Dave. Anyway.
Cool. Yeah, you guys like essentially trek up, and your tiny ever-changing shape hovel is the door's locked. You know, it's like there's no one waiting for you inside, kind of thing. Like the air doesn't feel funny, that sort of thing. You guys go in. It's quiet. You know, like Esme's like, you know, with you guys, like in full NPC following mode at the minute. So yeah, unless you guys want to talk to Dave and then wait for Neil to join in, or if you guys,
We'll
I'll just make tea. I mean, like, in game, not in real life.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, you're making tea, and I'm assuming Izzy and Coda are both in the same room.
Yeah. Or just like collapses on the nearest chair. Been a long day.
It's been the longest day, guys. So what does Coda and Izzy talk about?
Well, I know out of character like Neil's not here, but I assume Esme is there, so we're not going to talk about Esme behind her back or anything.
Oh god, yeah.
I don't know. Like, I definitely want to address the Esme thing, but also, like...
Yeah.
What's happening? Going on?
Oh, you're here. Cool.
What did Esme do now?
No, we're waiting for you to come back so we can do the Dave talk.
We're home.
Oh,
We went home.
How was the healers?
He said he gave you a salve which I could rub on for a few days, and it might help. If not, I'm gonna have to cut off the hand or pay for a greater restoration.
Which is like 700 gold.
Yeah. So I'm hoping this salve works, because I have like 600 gold.
We have money for help.
No, I had a lot of gold, but then I spent like 900 or something on inventing. So
I used the money from my looting to pay for two of those masks for going into the Red Forest, and I think Ian has the money to pay for the other two.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't have enough for one. I have 675 gold.
I have money for one.
So that means.
But between those, we can pay for like 5 or 6 of them. So we don't need that many.
Well, we don't need that many,
we only
but
need 4,
I have definitely 805 gold pieces. So we can definitely we can definitely all chip in to clear off a greater restoration.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Can't wait for it to aggravate. I can't wait for that to be what happens.
I can't wait till I have like that scene from Evil Dead 2 where my hand starts fighting me. And it's like smashing plates over my head, and like I have to cut it off with a chainsaw and it keeps fighting me. And then I'm Bruce Campbell.
Saw hand.
Yeah, like I get to do the montage where I put a chainsaw on, like groovy. It'd be real good, actually, yeah. Never mind, let's do Evil Dead 2. We're doing Evil Dead 2, guys. We're doing Evil Dead 2.
What's Coda's strength?
11. So he's not really a Bruce Campbell
I can confirm that chainsaw is not a finesse weapon, and you're definitely not professional. So.
Dang. Well.
So you're all there, guys. Do you want to like call Dave essentially?
Yeah, put him on speaker.
Yeah, okay. Essentially, you guys concentrate on your rings, and all the rings glow, and like your eyes kind of glow. And one of the extra chairs at the kitchen table, like essentially a Star Wars hologram of Dave appears, and he's like sitting in the chair. And he's like,
astral projecting Dave into their.
Essentially, yeah, like he's talking you through through him, he's just probably sitting like on he could be doing literally anything, and he's talking to you through his mind, but it's just your mind kind of project him there because it's aesthetically pleasing. That's why. Your mind's filling the gap of like, hey, this is weird. So yeah, he's like, oh, well, okay, so you guys are you free to talk now?
Yes. Can you hear us?
He's like, yeah, no, I hear people.
Okay, cool.
So, okay, oh, geez, okay, so, yeah, no, I just wanted to check in, like, what you've missed in Uria. How are you guys? Are the stress levels?
Not great.
He's just like, you don't say, and you can hear him just like closing books. He's like, well, we won't talk about that.
Dave, not gonna lie, they're pretty fucking high.
We went to heaven today.
No.
We absolutely did not.
Okay, well,
Esme's going to make a deal with the devil because that's the smartest thing to do in any situation.
Esme
turns. Not a devil.
Yeah.
Again, you are not to talk. Like,
fairly certain she's a god. You're the one who made a deal with the devil.
Let's not talk about us. Let's talk about
you guys really need to like go to group therapy, or just at least make peace with the fact that you're all like
Dave?
not. Yeah.
Dave, yeah. You point me towards a therapist. I will be there. Until then.
He's just like drugs. Drugs are the therapy.
Esme's just like, I don't need to pay some quack 200 gold to tell me I hate my father. I've never. And then it's just that.
You leave Leland Palmer out of this, Esme.
I can't wait for one of the sisters to be dead and suddenly just named Laura.
No, I can't wait for it's like, let's go check in on Dad, and he's like on his office.
The fourth Nilo sister.
The fourth Nilo sister, Laura Palmer Nilo.
Yeah, but it's that, and like dancing in his office like fiddly night.
So David, explain the screaming we heard earlier, maybe.
Explain everything. You were talking about
what have we missed in Uria?
Okay, so well, okay, guys.
Don't spare us the gory details.
I could give you two sit reps. I can give you the less stressful, like FYI stuff, or the actual reason I call.
Give us the full reason.
Yeah, let's roll down. Let's go to we'll start at the highest point of stress and move our way down.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a solid. Okay, so I don't know how to like ease into this, but so like not brace yourselves, but okay. The queen, the very lovable queen, and he's like clearly like scrunching his forehead, and he's like, has declared that the resistance movement have officially turned to biological weapons. Okay. A plague is slowly spreading out of the slums and infecting most of the city.
What kind of plague?
The kind that only affects non-warforged. So you can hazard a guess as to why it's, pretty effective at painting them as the bad guys.
Yeah, but like what kind of sickness is...
we're not sure what it's called or if it has a name or what's spreading it, but it's the type where it's like, oh yeah, you start coughing and like your skin starts boiling over and changes depending on who has it, the intensity. Yes, end up kind of puke blood and dying slowly and complete. And it's fucking horrendous, guys. Like, again, I'm not entirely like, I would have asked to meet you on neutral ground, like the Baron's home or something like that, you know, because I know, like, full disclosure, sensed a bit of uneasiness when we last parted ways. So I was originally going to suggest meeting on neutral ground to ensure that, like, hey, I'm not going to kill anyone, or I'm here to help, that kind of. But I'm not even sure if I'm comfortable leaving the city, in the sense that I don't know if it'll affect me giving my structure, but I don't want it to, like, essentially, like, be stuck to me, but it doesn't affect me. Yeah, essentially. I couldn't live with that. So for the time being, I'm just going to talk to you through this kind of way, just to learn yourself. It's a case of, if you are coming back, because I believe you have that dinner in like a month and a half or something like that, I believe.
I mean, not if all the rich people have been turned into goo.
Esme, come on, be serious. If this is an actual biological weapon that was released, yes, everyone will be targeted, but it just so happens to be, you know, the working classes and the poor that are clearly being wiped out. But it's definitely not like, you know, the rich, you know, doing anything. They're all fine in their ivory towers, that kind of thing. They can pay for medicine, that sort of thing. So yeah, so like, it's a case of when you come back to the city, it might be a bit hard to get back out. Though I know you guys that he kind of like whispers, he's like, that teleporter, in Kat's home. But it's just a case of, like, you know, there's quarantine checks everywhere, like everyone's on high alert, like, you know, like tensions are that kind of thing.
Where are you hiding?
So it's like, he's like, I'm currently sitting on top of a rooftop looking at a bunch of guys get the shit kicked out of them. Why?
Who's doing the shit kicking?
Oh, it's he's like, you see him squint. He's like, it's two elves and a dwarf, like, currently beating a hand of your member to death with his own bat.
Oh, good. Well, okay.
Yeah, like, jeez, yeah, like, if it was the other way around, I'd be like fighting while talking. But no, they're fucking going full ham. This dude is not going home to his kids. So yeah, that's, like, again, I just wanted to let you guys know in case you hear about it or see it, or, like, you know, there's fear mongering going on, because I don't know. Again, I'm not in contact with Resistance. My attempts have failed. I'm still working on it to, like, I guess, put my abilities to use. And while I know you guys went about it in quite a good way with, you know, rendezvousing and talking to the right people, I thought I could use my abilities to essentially, like, probe minds and, like, kind of speed through it. It's pretty hard. They're clever. They're clever, but I don't know. They don't. If they want not unification, if they want, like, equal rights and, like, just general freedom, it doesn't make sense for them to, like, aggravate the population against them. So yeah. I'm not sold on it being them. Maybe again I haven't met them. Like, I'm still trying to get in that door, but it just doesn't add up personally to me anyway. So for the minute, I'm kind of calling a bit bullshit. But again, when I know more about the obviously you guys will know. So yeah, there's that. Like, cute, like, robot thing, ICM. I like him. Yeah, that got an upgrade. There's, like, loads of them looking around the city now to, like, benefit the population. They have, like, smiley face on their chest. It's absolutely horrifying. Like, a woman was coughing up with the plague and I wanted to help, but I couldn't risk getting too, like, she was so far gone, I couldn't get close. And it literally was like, oh, like, in a happy voice, like, you seem to be upset. Do you want me to carry you to a clinic? It was fucking horrifying. So I contemplated shooting one, because they actually, like, when I close my eyes, I just see those happy faces and it's terrifying. Yeah, you see, like, the hologram shudder. Finally, of the bad news. There's been a lot more shrine raids to the machine god. They seem to be cropping up everywhere. Like, one of the buildings, both. Like, I know it was kind of, like, taboo to worship them, and it seemed to be kind of more of a Warforged only thing, especially in Uria. Like, I know there was talk, you know, non-Warforged worshipping them, like, completely in secret. But, like, man, we've gone from, like, say, one talk about it to, like, at least like this week alone, like one of the buildings we were in when I was helping with the Nasty Boys. Also, yes, Esme, the Nasty Boys were very welcoming. They like say hi, that kind of thing. You know, yourself, Reggie and the boys. He's like kind of like, oh, they even gave me my own suit, kind of thing. But one of the buildings we were in, we had to get someone was trying to push like this weird drug, and they just wanted like we were made to get a name, get a location. One of the buildings, like downstairs, we could hear the hand arresting like apparent quote unquote heretics, and it's getting crazy. Like it literally overnight, it's cropping up. It's really jarring. Maybe it's to do with the whole like timey wimey realities bending in on top of each other thing. Like it's happening. We have to like there's so much I want to do. I want to be able to like know when they're coming. I want to know when they're happening. I want to know if I could. There's so much to do, guys, and so little time. I am but one man. But other than that, that's kind of all the negative news, I guess. So yeah, how are you guys? Let's let digest for a second. How are you guys?
Well, we got here, and things were nice for about a week.
We've had good weather for the last few days since we've been here, but it rained, on Wednesday, and it's been rotten. Like it's a nice holiday, We met some werewolves.
We took some very bad drugs. We got held captive. Dave, do you know what's fun? Do you know what's great?
Something tells me it's not going to be. Please, Isadora, do continue.
Being spied on by a member of the Order of the Eye.
Like, if he could grab the camera, he would and be like, wait, what? You saw one?
Yeah! Isn't that gas? Isn't that fun? He's a dick and I want him dead.
We all had a weapon up theirs, and I used it a few times. It turns out...
what?
I thought it was connected.
You know what she's like with weird things.
I thought it was. It's like
he's kind of like, yeah, okay, I get that.
Like I thought it was connected to a spectral dog that ended up being a representative of the Shroud, but then it turns out I was being duped by my own foolishness, and they weren't connected at all. So I killed a few people with a ghostly axe, and yeah, it seems it's destroyed now, but it was given to us by this person that called themselves the Visitor. And yeah, Izzy's gonna beat the shit out of that person when he gets the chance.
He's like, oh, well, that's concerning.
Yeah,
it's not great. It's not ideal.
Any good news?
Kath is fine. I haven't really talked to her outright because technically she doesn't know me, but I've astral projected into her house a bit, and she seems content.
What's Esme's name? I can't remember.
Pip. No, Rose. Pip is the cat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Esme's just like, I love Rose. Rose is a great house.
So she seems okay. She's a bit concerned her mother apparently hasn't checked in. I've overheard her talking to Pip. I think that's her pet. I'm not too sure. It's always out of frame, in quotations, anytime I go in there. I think I can never seem to look at Pip. It's really weird. It's concerning, but in terms of things to be worried about, it's not on the radar. Coda?
Yes.
Okay, so positive news. Your parents and brother are still alive.
I was going to ask, I didn't know how. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Negative? Wiggly hand? There was kind of this scuffle with a seeker, and they half their shop is gone. It's currently being rebuilt because apparently he left them loads of money. But yeah, that was a thing that happened. A seeker went kind of on the fritz or crazy. I don't fucking know. But yeah, it took out one of those eye towers and at least 10 to 15 hand of Uriah guards or bits of people. It was insane. It's something you read about in a book. It's ridiculous. But I haven't seen that particular one. And maybe they got him. Maybe he got away. I don't know. But he kind of they kind of went off on a killing spree, I guess. So I'm not too sure, but yeah, they're alive. The shop is being rebuilt. It's still open for business. I was spying on it there the other day, feeling like you would want a.
Wait, a speaker did this?
Did it do it on purpose? Or was it an accident?
I mean, I saw them punching one of the Hand of Uriah guards in the face, repeatedly, And like it was almost in a mocking way of like stop hitting yourself kind of thing. It was really funny until like he stopped breathing, I guess. But another seeker put that seeker through the wall, and they came out with a big sword, like the biggest fucking sword I've ever fucking. It was like, why would anyone make a sword that big? It doesn't make never. Okay, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. He clearly stole something from your parents. Okay, well, your dad needs to learn how to like deal with overcompensation. Seriously, holy shit. But yeah, it took that, and it was wearing this weird white cape, and it was just kind of like it was just an absolute bloodbath. It's kind of up now. Like there's obviously some wounds on the buildings, towers being rebuilt. Shop, to knowledge, it's still open for business. It's just a case of like mind the game hole that's currently being furnished, that sort of thing. So they're fine. Again, I haven't approached them. It's more just like me been spying on people. I feel kind of weird doing it this way. I kind of much prefer to walk up and talk to them, but seeing like this city, like, oh man, how you guys lived in this city is beyond me. Like I've been here like not that long already. I just feel like the joy of my existence gone. Like I just
was a very
hate
nice
it.
city before all of this.
It's apparently a very according to the fucking goddamn ICM things. It's a very happy, like grit teeth smile. Like you are okay. Huh? Oh fucking Christ, guys.
Just a very quick question. Have you noticed anything strange about the birds?
Yes, there's about 16 of them staring at me right now. It's really jarring.
Yeah, Dave, the birds, they're tricky. And we didn't get to investigate the birds the last time because we had to leave.
Okay. Can I describe these birds to you? Okay. All right. Can I describe these birds to you? Because again, like I'm not native. So, but like these are kind of creeping me out. So maybe breed or something will help you identify them. I don't have time to go to the library. But they're small. They're about the size of my hand. They're your typical like metal skin kind of thing, and they've got a weird eye. Like that's normal, right?
No, those are robots.
Oh no. Wait, what? No, birds are made out of metal, right? All the birds in the city are made out of metal. I thought that was common. I thought that was like a breed.
What happened to the old birds?
What?
Wait, are you Warforged birds? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean,
I
didn't want to assume.
No.
I mean, this thing is like chirping and getting close. Hold on 1 second. I think like just disappears. Like the connection drops, kind of thing. And it's like, like a couple of minutes pass and then it like reconnects and he's like, okay, I moved roof. They're creeping me out. But yeah, no, I thought they were like native to this place because the way this city is kind of all like metallic and technological and like there's like Warforged and there's like those ICM things which I guess are Warforged. But you know what I mean? I thought that was the shtick y'all had going here, so I just kind of didn't think of it as weird.
No.
Although now that you say that it's not normal, the fact that they're like constantly staring at like everyone is pretty unnerving. You guys, y'all live in a weird town, you know that, right? This place fucked.
It was
not my town, not my fault.
All of this.
I mean, fair, not my town, but I feel like this is well, I mean, I already have trouble sleeping, but this isn't going to add to it.
I didn't even realize you could sleep. How's Greta? Is Greta okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She's been training in some of the I know, like, she's not exactly like roguish in trade, but yeah, she's more been like work muscle in like I guess headquarters, like you see America. I'm not sure if that's the correct term you'd use, but like essentially she's just been like teaching new recruits like, oh, this how to hold a sword and how to fight. Granted, her style's a bit more heavy-handed, more so than like sparring or essentially like dexterous. But she's like it's all good. No one's hurt. None of us here have like caught anything. Like we've been keeping to the rooftops. And like any jobs we have, we tend to like go in through the roof and exit the roof, that kind of thing.
Good call. Is there anything else that you can think of that's important, buddy? Pal?
Have you guys got around to doing that thing that future me told you to do with the injection and the house of the giant, any of that stuff? No.
Yeah.
Not yet. We're working on it.
Cool.
I think I might know where it is.
Okay.
Wait, you do?
Think
Ooh.
I could be completely off base, but I think We're heading there anyway. We're on the right track.
Oh, yeah, no, like, I mean, if someone from the future said we have to do it, I feel like we'll inevitably end up doing it. Because we already did. Dun 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 dun.
He's like, that's fair, that's fair.
But, yeah, no, we're on the lookout. I think our next concern is probably going into the forest, isn't it? Is there anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that Fomorian cave.
But yeah, the forest is like our next sort of priority.
And then we'll once we've dealt with the forest, we'll make a decision on where we're going next. I think we might actually end up going to a temple of the undead, and then heading back. Dealing with what we have to deal with in the southwest, and then moving back northeast.
One second.
Esme takes this opportunity to just deck code.
Cool, thanks.
Just start beating the life out.
I'm actually in those. Well, no, it wouldn't come up in conversation. But I think Darren, do you remember that journal I showed you guys?
Yeah, you came down with it after your little nighttime excursion.
Yeah, Darren gave me some bits and pieces of it, and one of them talks about a large building in the forest. That could be what we're looking for, it could not be. But it's something worth noting, and we might have a look through it at some point.
Definitely, yeah.
And I forgot I hadn't told you guys. That's why. I was like, oh, that's where that is. No. But I'm pretty sure it's in the forest.
Hello.
Cool. Yeah, no.
But yeah, he's like, I wish I could become bearing better news, but it's more just I wanted to keep you guys up to.
That we appreciate that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
If there's any more things that come up, let us know. And stay safe, stay undiseased. Oh.
I know it's not your concern, but if anything happens to my family, could you let me know?
He's like, well, yeah, okay, I'll take on that burden.
I know you have enough to be dealing with, but just if you hear anything.
Whoa. One of those ICM fuckers just went down an alleyway. Okay, I'm gonna follow this dodgy fuck.
Stay safe.
He's like, love you, bye.
Bye.
Neil, I can hear myself in your thing.
Yeah.
What about now?
A little bit.
Not as bad.
Not as bad.
What about now?
What about now?
What is it?
Seems grand.
Hello.
Hi guys.
You've just got way more staticky, Neil.
What?
You've got more staticky. And more echoey.
How's this?
I mean, yeah.
You're way less staticky, but you're also a bit less clear, but it's fine. No echo and no static.
I suppose that's something to be proud of. Why can't this just work?
So guys, that concludes our Dave conversation.
Hooray! He's such a good boy.
He could have had better news, but it was nice of him to tell us.
Yes, I don't like to be kept in the dark anyway. Well, good to know there's a mad seeker with a giant sword. Somewhere out there.
And a plague!
And a plague.
I mean...
And a cult!
I'm gonna go with...
don't think the Warforged started that plague.
No, of course
Not
they
buying
didn't.
that for a second. That's more fear-mongering from the Queen.
I mean, they've done it before. This is just... What do you think a Shaylin was?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
It's just a testing ground. That was all that was. This is a military operation. That's the hand.
Definitely.
Which is really upsetting.
Well, what better way to keep our people in fear, locked in their homes, obeying her?
and hating
Oh, of course.
the group of people who are trying to
It's
think
just
things
propaganda.
better for everyone.
Yeah. I will say, crazy seekers,
Is it good
usually
thing?
usually the ones that aren't crazy are the ones that we're not allowed to be friends with. So
I mean, yes, strangely, I'm less concerned about this one. I mean, he's fighting the hand. That's
and also
good
gave your
thing.
parents money. So
Very strange. But they chose not to kill innocent people. They targeted the hand. They have an agenda. They're not just insane.
If they want to go beating
They're
up members
rebelling.
of the hand and paying for big ass swords, I say all the more power to them.
Yeah, they're rebelling. That's good.
minute,
What?
Darren.
Hello.
Many moons ago, we fought a seeker in Uria, and
Correct.
a certain shadowy figure dropped an RPG into the
The seeker killer rocket.
Yeah, what was that seeker wearing, Darren?
Michael.
Yeah, Esme puts that out on the table. It's like, remember the one that helped us, which I'm fairly certain we confirmed was Kay, didn't we?
Did we?
Yeah, I think we did.
Esme saw that it was Kay at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And you know,
Esme
he's wearing
just
a white
puts it
cape.
out there, like a white, like a seeker dressed in white, known to not be the nicest to the villains and nice to the good folk. That could be Kay. Alternatively, it could be someone else who's like completely different, but it could be Kay.
So Kay's still fighting. That's good.
I mean, he helped us blow up a seeker, so he's pretty decent.
Well, when we last saw him face to face, he was sort of in conflict with himself. But it's good to know that the more free-spirited side is winning.
Esme just who?
Hello? Did someone go?
I think Darren dropped it.
Oh, dear. Well,
Esme
our
just-
city now.
Yeah, Esme just like flops on the couch and she's like, "Who among us isn't at war with ourselves?"
No, don't get all deep.
Yeah, like, let's not get deep tonight. Been a hell of a day. She turns to Dakota, isn't Alexander coming back to stay the night?
No, I think so. Well, it's better than him walking out in the forest when there's zombies and God.
Yeah.
He's an hour away.
Gonna get some.
Excuse me.
You gonna get some. I don't know. I just remember that we had to do an awful lot of explaining about sex when you were dating Renan. So
To Rizvit, not to me.
I'm not giving you the talk.
Please don't. I could do without.
How's this?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that seems okay.
Someone say something quickly.
Yeah, no, that's working. That's you sound clearer.
Yeah,
There's no static. Well done, you did it. You fixed it.
It's so weird. The static is gone, is it?
Yeah,
Or
no
it's still
static. I don't
Then
hear you.
it's
You just sound clear.
Then it's the problem with the headphones. That's
Yeah.
sad.
Are you using the
Yeah.
Turtle Beach one?
No, the Turtle Beach one's a problem in and of itself anyway. This is
Yeah, I had the exact same problem. Like,
it's really upsetting. Oh yeah. No, these are like hashtag not sponsored, but these are Apple headphones. So they seem to be working all right. But they used to always work. The problem is they're kind of also fucked.
Mm.
Oh, it's fine. Will we take our break now while Darren's met?
we could, yeah. It's close to half, so we could just take a break now.
Mm-hmm.
Just democracy in action. Just tell Darren. that
Yeah, we're taking a vote.
So yeah, you guys are having an in-game chat or in character?
We were just shooting the ship. We were kind of waiting for you to get back.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. So guys, that was Dave's spiel. What are your characters doing?
Is there anything we need to do right now?
The only thing that's like due on the list will show up at some point. That kind of thing.
Esme goes into the fully kitted out kitchen featuring
A breakfast bar?
featuring island stools and a pancake bar. And she just brings people in as like, I think we should have jam sandwiches. And
Yeah, that sounds okay.
she just starts putting jam on bread. Let's just relax for 5 minutes and see what happens next.
I'm just gonna headcanon that this is definitely something that Coda and Esme did as children. They just had jam sandwiches a lot.
Yeah, that sounds nice. So when things got really upsetting, everyone ate jam.
Sandwiches.
It's essentially the shawarma scene from Avengers.
Yeah.
Just but with jam sitting at the breakfast bar. Whew!
It's not canon that we have a breakfast bar in this hovel.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So yeah, if it's a case of like people have sandwiches and just let it digest kind of thing.
I mean, I was gonna go do some tinkering, but like I feel like I just want to be with my friends right now, so I'm not gonna go be a loner and do tinkering. I'm just gonna eat some jam.
That guys, that's one for the code books. I'm not gonna sit here with my friends and eat jam. But also that, folks, is character code. Okay, so about like an hour of time passes, and you hear like a knock at the door.
Bracing myself for a potential stabbing just because of what's happened before, I'll go open the door.
Actually,
you answer with a shield at your chest.
Do you want me to answer the door in case it's someone looking for me to make a deal? Just 2 seconds.
It's corn!
Yeah,
what was that amulet we found in the very first session, in the very first dungeon? It was that evil god, Torog. The medallion of Torog has finally come to get us.
It's a line of deity.
Suitors. It's a line of suitors. Like, no, Esme,
a bunch of gods who want to like sex Esme up.
It's the battle of the lad deities.
Also, Neil, this is how it feels to be Rust, like legit.
Esme opens the door and then just like leans on, like, yes, I'll marry you.
Alexander is like, oh, hey, I mean, no, thank you. It's like, it's nice to see you, Esme, but is Icarus around?
Yes, he is. Coda, make another jam sandwich. Esme just says, Alexander, please find your way into the kitchenette.
Have a seat at our breakfast bar.
Yeah, as he walks, he's like, "Oh, how are you guys? Are you feeling okay?"
We had a long day.
Everything.
We got into a fight before we even made it home.
Wait, what? Really? Are you okay? Is Icarus okay?
There's something wrong with his arm. Maybe have the look at. Don't tell him I told you. He's just like, oh, and as he walks to the kitchen, he's like, oh, Icarus, Esme told me there's something wrong with your hand.
It's well, I think it's fine. Well, I have a salve.
It's poisonous.
It was the lich.
We fought ashen and icy zombies.
Yeah, we think they had something to do with just Loriet being nearby. Either way, they were horrible, and they hurt us.
He's like, I'm not judging, but would it be possible that it was a result of aggravating the apparition of this Loriet?
Esme blushes. She could just connect her soldiers to murder us.
I mean, he's like, that's fair. Okay.
It may have just been a petty strike back.
It was a bitch,
I don't think she's above being petty.
Yeah, well, neither am I! You can play that game.
We just have to out-petty her. Yes.
Is that the party goal?
Yeah.
Petty Loriet.
She's like, oh, well, she certainly was a bitch. I agree. But is everyone okay now? Like, I obviously seen too, but it's like
so we met the Shroud.
Unit. The
Shroud.
It's like, dear, what? He's like, you met the Shroud.
Well, the voice of the Shroud, and then the Shroud was there in the background.
Esme takes out her knife. He's like, yes, the Shroud gave me this knife.
This is what we do pretty much all the time. This is
To
us.
aggravate liches and win the favors of cosmic entities?
Deities and cosmic entities are very interested in us. We're very interesting.
Dora, you seem very high-strung. I could brew something that would relax, if that would help.
Nah, I think I'll just sit here and stew, thanks.
That's also what we do. We're very
That's
good at that as
incredibly
well.
unhealthy,
Yeah,
but okay.
I know, right?
She winks at him.
it's like, oh, no, thank you. Also, incredibly,
We, as you can tell, we all process and deal with emotions very healthily and well. That's perfect.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that is the content I crave.
I like to imagine that Rizbin is Homer, where he's just smiling as though it's all good.
Oh my
He's
god.
like, look at Izzy.
Poor Izzy. Poor
He's
Izzy.
like, where did this attack occur?
Just outside of town.
Literally outside our door, there's more zombies.
They were reanimated forest walkers, it seems.
He's like, oh joy. Okay, well, I had an idea on the way over here. My house is really big, has lots of rooms, and a colossal underground workstation that you can all use. It would be of tactical advantage if you relocated there. It's off the beaten track.
Esme runs over to Isadora and grabs her hand. It's like, I can't believe Alexander's asking us to move in. It's so sudden.
He's like, I'm aware of what it looks like, and he like glances at Coda and like I assure you, the idea is purely of like tactical advantage. Like, no, it's off the beaten track. Like, no one really knows it's there unless you show them it. Oh,
The only disadvantage is that the fact that it's so far from town.
oh, I agree. Yes.
This is a massive imposition on you, though. I mean, this is your home, and you, and he just gestures over the three of them, just kind of like, you really want this in your home all the time.
I mean, it's literally me in a giant house with spirits, and it's very boring.
Well, I will give you this. We're not boring.
Very low.
Yeah, we sure as hell are boring.
I flavor. I like it.
Are you sure?
Dear, if I wasn't sure, I wouldn't offer.
I mean, if it gives us an advantage in safety, I'm all for it. Rizbit won't be happy.
Yes, that was my next point. I have, to the extent of my ability and to the extent that money can buy, given that I'm not a man of the cloth, have tried to remove, like, I say spirits, but they're not exactly like negative. It's just I call them spirits, but I've exercised what, like, the house belonged to, from what I can tell from the notes and diaries when I first moved in, to a very troubled family that performed very, very dark rituals, and obviously everything was destroyed because I'm past that kind of thing in my life now. I'm a good ex-van. I've tried to exercise them. It seems they're just more bound to the house, and at anything, they're more minor annoyance. When you're walking around in the dark, you can kind of hear them whispering. But other than that, like, I've tried everything. I've had clerics come out to the house, detect dead, like literally do everything in their power, and it seems they're more just like bound to the house itself. But yeah, they're more a minor inconvenience when you're trying to think more than anything. They don't like attack, feed, or anything.
Yeah, I mean, if he's comfortable with it, I'm perfectly fine with it.
He's like, I am aware that, like, one of your party is indeed a man of the cloth, and obviously, like, and rightfully so, would feel such things. But
Well, perhaps
I assure you, like, I've tried something. Yeah, like, again, like, he's like, yeah, perhaps he'll have an edge to it that I don't, but I've expended all of it, like, and it just seems they seem to be bound to the house itself. Some sort of residue of, like, what went on there. They are not malicious. They certainly, and at best, they're just a minor annoyance when you're trying to think.
I think we should just surprise him and tell him we've moved into the ghost town.
That'll go swimmingly. I mean, it's a hell of a way to reassert your dominance.
Esme considers this and then says, yes, we'll move into the ghost house. That's exactly what we'll do.
Alexander,
hey, you little bastard.
Very generous.
It's very kind, thank you.
Yes, I too would like to extend my thanks.
He's like, I'm going to try and help. Again, as I said, like my workshop is kind of like literally in terms of, he's like, it's more like an apothecary's laboratory, but there is a lot of space, again, due to like whatever the hell that he used to do to its victims, I guess.
Here, Coda, your boyfriend's really over the top. I've just come to visit. How about we all just takes and move into my house? Like, literally no chill.
Oh, he's great though.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's literally like a tactical thing. It's a case of want to keep living in the hovel, buddy.
I
mean, out of character, this clearly isn't a hovel. We have a kitchenette. And separate bedrooms, but yeah.
Yeah, but this place is cool. It's literally the Resident Evil 1 mansion. Like, it's literally the Resident Evil 1 mansion.
It's very cool.
Oh no, the garden! It's a city garden.
What's the name of the family? Let's just stay here tonight.
Oh yeah, he like literally is like, no, let's not walk there now. But he's like I mean, like, at your leisure, you can upgrade your house to a forward base. That kind of.
Esme looks at her imaginary watch and says, "Yeah, like by the end of the session, we'll move to. We'll move in."
Oh my gosh! Look at my wrist. I gotta go.
But yeah, if there's nothing else.
Yeah, Alexander assumes the pose of, if you need anything else, walk over to me and press X. So it's just like...
Yeah, it's just like... I love it in Dead Man's Haven. Dead men. I know about them. Just like...
He just keeps repeating some stock lines over and over again.
Welcome to my home. Take any items you may need.
Welcome, stranger.
I was like, I'm dating you.
You joke. Oh, you joke. Next, y'all joke, but when you go back to the Baron's estate, hey guys, this weird masked dude wants to sell shit in my front yard.
He just opens up the world's longest coat with just fucking swords hanging out.
Just guns.
No, his jacket is like bags of holding. But he's
that's
just got like those.
That's such a rad concept. Like sewing like a merchant whose coat is just like sewn into like bags of holding, and he can just pull out like an entire fucking like wagon out of his coat. Just like, yeah, that'd be badass. Actually, that's really cool.
You wanna buy a horse?
One of my horses right here in this bag of holding. Oh my god! I need to play a fucking traveling merchant. I already did actually at one point.
You wanna buy a sundial? Hey guys. Alexander is more just a case of like assumes the like, you know, sitting beside Coda, like, I'm the boyfriend who's meeting the friends position, and just like eats a sandwich and he's like,
quest together. He's not meeting them for the first time.
Yeah, I know, but it's still awkward. Like, it's awkward, kind of. Like, he definitely yeah, he's more just like eating a sandwich so he doesn't have to talk.
And
he's like a side effect is that I can't actually taste anything.
Esme will break the silence, and I don't mean this to like provoke a discussion. It's more just this is how we end this scene, to just travel to do other things. Where she's like, so Alexander, have you ever had to remove the spines from bandits and reattach it to a severed head? just leave it at that.
He's like, no, Esme, that is considered the worst taboo in magic.
Yeah,
in all the magic, in the whole magic.
In all of the Magic 1 book.
Magic 101, do harvest spines.
Actually, when we do get to your home, do you have any potions of preventing disease from spreading? I don't want to lose.
Oh yeah, he's like, let me see the hand, please. And as he's like, let me see, he just grabs the hand. He's like, let me see.
Esme puts back all of her notes about the hand of Uria. It's like, oh, right hand.
One of these days an NPC is like, can you give me a hand? And Esme's gonna be like, I thought you'd never ask about my conspiracy.
I mean, Coda just pulls out like 7 Warforged hands at his back, like, yep.
Yeah, you need to. That needs to be addressed. You absolute racist. But anyway, he looks at the hand and he's like, "Okay, well, the good news is. Do you want the good news or the bad news?"
Give me the good news first.
The good news is that it's not rock joint.
Well, good. What's the bad news?
It's ash joint.
What's ash joint?
It's literally the worst version of rock joint.
Oh.
Like, essentially, if not treated, your hand will become, rigid and essentially crumble as it turns to ash.
Well, is that salve gonna help though?
He kind of picks it up and sniffs it and stuff, and he's like, just as long as you literally remember to do it every single morning and night, because you do know that they would have cured that.
Or is it I'll do it every day and it might still not work?
I mean, we'll know in 5 days. He's like, I can try cook up something stronger, but for the time being, it should work. There's no reason why it shouldn't. It's more a case of you just have to be bang, 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 morning and night kind of thing.
Coda starts writing in ink on his hands, don't forget to put on salve. He's stapling paper to his coat, just making sure he's not gonna forget.
Oh God.
He's just gonna memento this, where he's just gonna tattoo a big thing that says "Remember salve" on his hand.
Who's Sal?
And he's like, well, yeah, it should. It's the formula's there. No reason why it shouldn't.
Let's just remember to remind you to keep doing this, and nobody's gonna lose their hand.
Exactly. He's like, oh, I almost forgot. Yes, so I talked to Mother Moon about the werewolf thing. And name dropped, and I also mentioned the aggravated Loriet. Loriet, that's her name, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She was, with her work, obviously, from the werewolf thing, and assured us and all that. What we did was a, fine, upstanding thing. Yeah. Anyway, as for the Loriet thing, she seemed concerned about the general idea of what this person's doing. As for the safety of the town, she assured me that we're perfectly fine. And I quote, "As long as the moon hangs in the sky, no one will touch Dead Man's Haven." So I don't know. She looked pretty scary when she said that. She kind of started to glow and stuff. And he's like, yeah, I've seen some weird shit in my time, but when rumored to be completely 10,000-year-old elven ladies start glowing at me, I kind of just shut up and nod.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good. It's a good policy.
He's there's only so much the fake facade of the cool and mysterious ex-vampire can hold up against the oh God, she's losing magical energy, I'm leaving now kind of thing. So I just nodded, took my payment for the werewolf thing and left. So she assures to be safe. She wants to look into it and will dispatch some of her own men at the moment, but if we learn anything, she wishes to speak to me and you. So I guess we'll know when she knows, I guess.
Alright.
Well, putting a lot of faith in her, I just hope she's powerful enough.
I trust her. I've no reason not to trust her as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just recall something we heard in one of those visions.
What?
The what now?
No, I'm just.
The what now?
Perhaps it's nothing. I'm just remembering one of those things we heard in a vision. When the moon hangs low, a red lake will appear, and oblivion upon us. All that. That's just the moon thing reminded me.
I mean, it said it was hanging low. That doesn't mean it wasn't in the sky. However, at the exact same time, things I wouldn't be surprised happening. The moon literally slams. Yeah.
Then...
Oh my God, we're gonna have to fly to the moon and stop it from smashing into Earth.
Fly me to the moon. So yeah, it's a case of like, what now, friend?
What time is it?
I'm gonna say it's like 11:30 at night, kind of.
And he says, like, we should probably like turn in. We've had a rough.
Today.
Yeah. Like, I think I might even go asleep at some point.
Please do. You owe it to yourself.
Yeah, but I don't sleep, Conan. That's the thing. It's more a case of like I might actually like lie down and see if I can. That'd be nice.
Well, I sleep, and I'm gonna go do a lot of it right now. So good night.
Good night.
Alexander's like, good night.
Well, I guess it's just the three of us now.
Alexander just stands up and he's like, "Where's your room?"
Yeah,
He's like, "No offense, Esme, but I can't do the 3 feet." No.
Yeah, I'll take his hand and lead him to my room.
Esme just makes a mess in the kitchen.
There's so much jam. She's just eating it out of the jar with a spoon.
She'll make like 1 or 2 extra ones, and she'll just leave them there. Oh, this is real nice. And then on a little card, she'll like ham-fistedly doodle Risbit. So it won't be like his name written on it or anything. It's a proper like, even he should be able to understand this. And he's just got smiley, like he's like a big smiley head on him. And she just leaves that there for him, and she'll go to her room.
He comes back like a week later. They're very moldy.
Oh no! I like to imagine that he's in his room. He's enjoying.
Isn't he off on some pilgrimage somewhere?
Oh, he is. He ran
He's
off.
not here.
Esme will leave them there just in case. The idea is he's like Santa Claus.
When they come down in the morning, there'll be like a single bite taken out of the jam sandwich.
People retire to their beds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Esme's gonna do something if there's nothing else to happen.
Of course you are.
Shut up, you such a little whinger!
It's okay. It's okay. As like Coda says that to Esme, Alexander just kisses him and is like, "It's okay. I'll keep him quiet." Shh. So Esme, what do you want to do?
In her room, she draws the curtains on her 4-poster bed. I like to imagine that Esme hasn't been like, still hasn't come down from that high when they got drugged. She's just really, really high. No. She goes into her room and she like puts on some comfy clothes. Finally is not wearing her armor for the first time in the entire campaign. The statement
I have to take this opportunity to draw Esme so much. Oh my god, no armor, yes. Thank god.
Soft, comfy Esme.
Just a big baggy shirt. Just one big shape.
Much, yeah.
No detail. No detail. Oh god.
I'm glad. See, Laura, now you were complaining.
I'm very happy. I'm gonna cry.
Again.
I think I'll put it out there. She's not going out in her armor, Roger. So she's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But she just sits on like the bed, and the only thing that's there is like her sitting and stop. Fuck's sake.
Are you getting whispers?
Sorry, this doesn't get any better. And then sitting just before her is Pello's rod.
Oh, what is she gonna do with that rod?
Nothing. It was a joke. That was filthy.
I was like, this man, the way you're drawing this, definitely just it's gonna end with some awful, horrible punchline of just like, and then she absolutely got it. But sorry, no, I apologize. Continue. Esme is soft and using the rod.
She's soft and comfy. No, she's she puts it like vertical out from her, and then she puts the dagger she puts the Shroud's dagger beside it, and more so to herself than anything. Well, no, not even. she starts talking, and it would seem like it's to herself, but in her own mind, she's directing it to the rod of Pelor. And to what end? To what end? She's not really sure. She just knows she's doing it. She says, "There can be no darkness without the light, and I feel I have both the light and the dark deep within me, and I will walk the path as equal as I can." And she takes the rod into her hand and she says, "You have granted me a gift this long while. I hope that I have done well, and I hope that I have given you something that you would. I hope I have done you proud, and I will continue to carry you. But I do believe, regardless of what the others think, my destiny will lie with the Shroud. If it's possible, I would ask that I still be able to carry you with me, to use you as I have, and pay whatever cost you would have me pay. These people, stop. These people, the people that I have met because of you, the things that you have granted me, even just hope, mean a great many things. And I would hope that, regardless of my choice, you would remain the light in my the light to my darkness, to let me carry something if I am to sacrifice another life entirely." And she kind of says that like a prayer, kind of. And she's not a praying woman. Says that to him, puts it all kind of out. Kind of like a confession, in a really weird way. And she just puts it out there to the rod, and she just, a few minutes later, she'll like put the two of them off to the side. She'll put them with the rest of her stuff, and she'll just curl up, go to sleep. Or attempt to. See, Laura? I don't know if we can teach you to complain about the things that I do.
That was so good, though. That was a good scene.
That was good.
Ah, Esme.
So good. Well, I wanted to do so. Now I don't.
Oh, what? Do it.
No, not at all. I was gonna do minor trivial shit. That was fucking lovely.
Do it.
Tell us about your kisses. They are soft but firm.
Let me just describe to you in great detail all this smooching now.
I'm still at that moment. I'm still at that moment of you being like, Esme is not armor, thank God.
It's a very important turning point in my life. Like, forget the speech that came after. Fuck that. Like, who cares about the speech? But like, no armor. That was such a good speech, though. Well done. You made me feel many things.
Good.
Deep in my heart.
So yeah, friends, daylight come. I have to send a thing to you, Neil. It's like what Esme dreams.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's a case of like I'll send it to you post game.
Yeah, no, that's
I can't see it being anything that would like influence her day, that kind of thing.
The understanding will be Esme considers this until such a time as she can act on it.
Yeah.
Originally, I thought you were putting both like items of the gods down as like a telltale games, like
that's exactly
pick left or right.
Neil.
Yeah, Esme has decided to take the center path. Oh God, Esme's Riku. That's not the worst thing it could be.
Darren, just before we like leave in the morning, can I talk to Alexander real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Well, where are we going?
I don't know what our plan is, but just like before we go and meet the day, like get up and start the morning.
Yeah. You have the floor.
Cool. I'm very grateful for your offer, but are you really sure you want to get more involved in this? I don't want to bring this to you. It's our fight, not yours.
he like pulls his eyes and is like, if I wasn't serious, I wouldn't have offered. And
Oh, no, I know.
wherever you go, I'll be there too. So,
Aww.
your fights are my fights, essentially, is what I'm saying.
I don't know if you know what you're getting yourself into with that, but alright.
It's like Icarus literally looking at a 3,000 plus year old like ex-vampire hunted by many for like centuries at a time, like sat in on pretty not okay rituals. I'm good.
I know,
Like,
you've done your fair share of suffering, I know. That's why I'm wondering why you want to spend more time suffering, really.
he's like, oh, you know, you can't have good days without the bad days. Like I'm content to have suffering days, but if I'm with you, I'll have good days too. So, you know, it works out. It's fair trade.
Darren, Esme runs downstairs. Is there a bite out of the sandwich?
I think technically it's been 2 days, so yes, but there's also just an equally like scrawled note like hungover or something to the effect of like, I'm still going to be in my room in the house.
But he appreciated the sandwich, that's what matters.
He came in from an absolute 2-day bender and was like, food.
He was like, that was a godsend for him, just these pre-made sandwiches ready for him.
Yeah.
That's just literally it. As I just
since it was a drawing of Risbet, he's like fully convinced it was like sober leaving them for him.
Yeah.
As he's eating them, he's like, I'm a fucking yes.
That's nice.
What's the next step?
Should we tell someone about the fact that, what are they called? The forest walkers?
Mm-hmm.
Should we tell them about the fact that we're like, we found 3 of them turned into undead beasts?
Yeah, I mean, we should probably like check in on Bones anyway.
Yeah,
Well, if we're going to report the forest
like...
walkers, we should probably say it to Sully and Narilla as well.
To who?
Sully and Narilla, they're the forest walkers just outside of town.
Yes. Equally, all of the masks are ready to go, aren't they?
Pretty much, yeah.
I think. I'm not saying
like,
that
it's a case of like. Yeah, no, it's a case of like in terms of like video game ways. It's like when you guys, you know, wake up today, like quest log updated. It's like just talk to Rook when you're ready to just begin the mission, that kind of thing.
Esme basically just puts it out that when Risbet's recovered, we should probably go and deal with the Fomorian thing first, get the contract out of the way, and then let's move. Like let's head south. Then let's go and check out the forest.
Head to the forest.
And obviously she doesn't say this, so this is the problem. It's like, I feel like I probably can't say this without it coming across as like rude, but Esme, with the understanding that yes, we are going to up stakes and move to Alexander's house, basically just says it's like, we could probably do that soon as well. Like, we could probably do that before we do anything else. Move out and get not even settled, but just move our move the stuff that we don't want to keep carrying, leave it there, and set off back down here and stuff. Essentially, but yeah, I'd say we go and speak to Bones about it first.
Yeah, so make the rounds, let them know. It's probably a good idea to let Bones know that there's a, well, I suppose, cluster of undead, unactivated monsters outside of town. I know
sure
Mother Moon's going to protect them if something happens, but it would be good for them to know in case they... Yeah, I suppose he could let people know not to go poking around. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But even getting blessings in case anything's going on and stuff. getting.
My thought, and I maybe this is a mistake, but while they are dormant, would it be an idea to try and deal with them before they activate?
How?
Destroy the monolith? Destroy them?
If we touch the monolith, they're going to activate. They're going to come alive and they're going to murder us. She said as much. I agree with you that to be taken care of, but I just don't know what we can do about it right now.
It just seems like it would be better for us to, well, I don't know how exactly yet, but be prepared, set up an assault, and spring it when we are ready on our terms, rather than have them activate while we're away and attack people and potentially have people killed because
Esme
they weren't
just
ready.
She just put her hand on Coda's shoulder. She's like, "You are thinking exactly along the right line. However, there are some things we are going to be completely incapable. We will speak to Bones. I will explain to him what they are, how to fight them, because we've defeated some of them before, and we will leave him to coordinate with the other, like, elders or whatever in this area, and they're going to have to look after themselves. And when we come back, if it's a case of shit went south, we will go and exact sweet, sweet revenge."
I'd rather prevent than have to avenge.
Look, Coda, I get it. I hate the fact that that thing is just out there and we can't do anything about it. But unless we have an actual plan to deal with it, we can't, like, we can't go in there and just try to get rid of it without knowing how to get rid of it, without being able to keep ourselves safe. We need to mark it on a map. We need to know exactly where it is. If there are other ones, we should try to find them and mark them down too. We need to warn people about it. But if we try to go in there and destroy that thing now, we will die.
The second anyone makes a move against any one of them, we run the risk of her activating every other cell across the continent. And that drawing, that she knows we know. Mm-hmm. And she also knows that we're the only ones who are going to tell people. And we should, and we will, and I'm not saying we keep anything. What I am saying is, we tell people, if we tell the wrong people and someone decides to go off and check it out, she could activate any number of them in any number of places. And other towns, other communities would be as much at risk, and potentially, no, if they'd be at much higher risk, because they could all be attacked from that. What we need to do, and I hate saying it, is we need to warn the people who are here to protect them. We need to capitalize on the fact that she's currently distracted. We know where she is. I don't know if she knows we know where she is. I don't know if she knows that we know the significance of where she is.
Mm.
But she's in Nullheim and she's visiting her father, as she said. She's distracted. We shouldn't draw her attention back here unless we absolutely. What I think we should do, and I'm not saying that we have to, but at some point, if we can figure out the best way to take these down, if it's dispelling the magic on the monoliths, all we have to do is find them. We know enough people that we could get a mage to every outpost, so that when we go to Nullheim, all we have to do is give the word. They destroy every other monolith. And maybe that would mean she's more powerful wherever we are. But we would take the fight to her then and there. We can't brook fighting the fight now when it puts so many others in danger.
No,
I don't. I know, and it sucks as well. I also put that out there. This is fully the worst.
It's frustrating to be able to do nothing, to know that they're right there and they could attack at any moment and not be able to stop them.
Yes.
But perhaps you're right. Perhaps we can use her distraction to figure out a way to stop them.
We need to do that first before we make any move towards it.
Let's go and speak to Bone.
Cool.
Oh, Darren,
Esme.
also, it's the morning. I'm putting some more salve on my disease.
Esme
Good.
gets dressed.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like morning passes have that like chat. You hit like not morning passes, but like it's the morning. You guys, it's breakfast. You notice that Risbit's clearly back in the house. Like, yeah, you guys have that chat. You go to the City Watch. As you enter the front door, you can see like essentially the receptionist desk, if one exists, is essentially like Bones is like sitting in the chair with his feet up on the desk, like huffing in coffee. Like he's clearly got like the lower half of his armor kind of thing. Like not a t-shirt, but like whatever the fuck a medieval t-shirt would be. Can't remember what to call it. Like just
Tunic.
a shirt, a tunic, not a tunic. Is a tunic not like to the legs kind of thing?
Oh yeah, it is. He's wearing
But
a
yeah.
tunic but no pants.
Yeah, he's wearing that. Yeah. But like as you come in, he kind of like like holds the cup up and gestures to you. He's like, "Morning."
Hi. How
Hi.
you doing?
He's like, "Oh, just finished tossed a word. Visitors," and you hear someone in the prison, like in the jail. So I was like, "Fuck you," and he's just like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Fucking prisoner. Back in the day, we could bring them out back and whip them with some chains, but now they got rights. Fucking assholes." He's like, "What can I do you for?" And like as he says it, he's like, "Oh wait," and he reaches into a drawer and pulls out like the circlet you gave him, Cora, and he's like, "I believe this is yours."
No, thank you. Yes. I put the thing on my head. Like, it's a bit too late. It's kind of too little too late, but I'm gonna put this stupid anti-poison thing on me now. Oh, great! I'm so glad.
Any news, Bonesy?
He's like, "Oh, I talked to Clyde and Travis, and they're like concocting some weird thing that makes some sort of weird gas thing that'll hopefully unpetrify people."
Good.
But he's like, "It'll take some time, but we'll work on it. Like if we need any like major component, we'll let you know." But yeah, what brings you to this lovely house of justice?
More bad news, unfortunately.
There's no such thing as good news. Lay it on me.
Zombies.
That was the best way to put it, yeah.
Yeah, like as you're like zombies, he's like like drinking out of his cup. And he's like, "No, keep talking." You just see him go out into a different room, and he's like, "Anything else? Bar just zombies?"
They were forest walkers, so the people who live in this town are being zombified.
You hear like keys go rattling and going into something, and he's like, "Well, that's never good. This is just gets better."
There's also a giant army of inactive monolith soldiers.
It's like a lich antenna.
Well, I think it's more than that. I think it was what made the lich, but...
Well, look. The point is there's like an outlet for a lich in the forest, but you can't touch it, because if you touch it, all of your soldiers will come to life and murder people. So you need to know it's there, and you need to keep people away from it.
You hear like essentially like a locker slamming and keys going, and he like reappears with like a massive burlap sack, and you can see like there's crossbows jutting out of it, and he like just slams up on the desk, and he's like, "Yeah, it's never fucking easy, is it?" Or like undead, or like I'm pretty sure necromancers, the first rule of being a necromancer is that you have to just be like 2 extra for common people to comprehend, because fucking hell. And he's like, "Yeah, well, undead are fine," and he starts like, he takes 3 crossbows that bear what you guys would know as to be the mark of Pelor. And he rounded these up years ago, so like we should be fine.
Okay,
just
but
maybe
I
tell your people to stay away from that.
Yeah, we can't emphasize this enough. You cannot go near it. It's just too dangerous.
And he's like, "Well, yeah, but this raises the question of like, if you tell people not to go near it, there will be those who actively get to go near it because they've been told not to go near it."
But then
But we're
don't
only telling
tell
you.
people don't tell people it exists. I suppose just sort of monitor the area and make sure people don't go near it.
Is there anyone in town who could put up some sort of barrier that could stop people from going nearby?
This is just not easy at all. This is very complicated.
No, we're sorry to spring it on you in the morning, but...
He's like, hey, you didn't spring it on me in the middle of the night. After that, it's all okay.
We are trying to work on a solution, we just haven't quite got there yet.
And you said they're inactive?
They are waiting to be activated by this lich we mentioned, but she hasn't yet. They could activate at any moment though, so have to be ready.
He's like drinking away, and he's like, okay. I'll like brief the others whenever they surface whatever the fuck they're doing in there. And he gestures to like the holding cells, and he's like, if they're forest walkers, you have to break it to the others, because if there's people who can hold grudges when one of their own is attacked, it's forest walkers. So I'd imagine you should kind of skedaddle over to Cerulia and Co. Yeah, no, because they are the type of people that if you tell them not to go near a thing, they will go near a thing just to say they like it. So I'll devise what to do.
To maybe deter them, because it's the last thing we want.
Yeah, don't back down. They're gonna get pretty hot-headed, and angry. They won't do anything. They're not actually gonna like. They got more bark than bite when it comes to like, you know, obviously like just, you know, common folk like us and themselves. You know what I mean? They're kind of like, they're not gonna like strike you or anything. But yeah, they'll probably get hot-headed in like, you know, like, oh, but we have to, but just don't back down, because both of them have got a temper, and it's just a case of like, just wear them down and they'll come around, kind of thing. Have you brought this to Moon?
It's been brought to Moon, just not by us.
Okay. I'm gonna say for this, just be weird if people upped and left with Alexander in the house, that he's just there, and he's gonna be like, yeah, I did it, and yeah, and Bones like, yeah, he like, you know, brought it, and he's like, oh, okay, well, I'll like, it's my job, so I'll have to check in with her later anyway, just, like, well, like directly after this when I find the rest of my clothes. But it's a case of like, if no one's copped it, Bones definitely lives here. He definitely has a mattress rolled on, like no one notices. Yeah, so he's very much like, oh yeah, when I get there, so I'll go. Like essentially, when you guys scoot over to them, I'll scoot over to her. And he's like, right, well, gonna have to call in a lot of favors. I think maybe. I have an idea. Wait, no.
What do you think?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Fish folk don't like undead. We got a whole goddamn city of them underneath us.
You think that'll help?
I mean, I'm not sure how to actively bring it up to them, other than just literally going down there and sitting on the edge of the dock and yelling into the water until they come up, but they should. Like, it pretty much, they're like their whole like shtick. Well, most of them, like, you know, not all fish folk value life and the ocean, and it's all big. Oh, I don't care. Basically, they don't like things that go against their, like, you know, love life thing. And hey, what do you know? Zombies are like that. So I will speak to some of them that I know, and I'll get back to you. Maybe they can offer us help, reinforcements. Who knows?
Well, if you need any help with them, or if they need convincing, let us know.
You're a good man.
Okay,
Bob.
cool. Thank you.
Cool. And he essentially like gets up and goes like rummaging for his stuff, sort of thing. Like.
Okay, well, we head to the forest world
Yeah,
now.
let's leave.
Yeah, I don't want to see him get dressed.
And can I cast Arcane Eye?
You get like sort of like both like full Montying in the mirror when he thinks he's alone, kind of thing.
Yes.
Love him.
He's so good.
That's why all the prisoners hate him. Is when everyone goes, he just ugly sings because he's they're alone.
Oh yeah, like he's just like singing in the shower in the morning, and they're like, oh god.
I think we're alone now.
You're not.
You're definitely not.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
let's go and see the
That's
forest
so
walk.
good though. Yeah, let's go see that. That's not gonna be fun.
Yeah. You make your way up to like their like grove.
As we're walking,
Yeah.
can I just do one small thing? As we're walking, Esme just picks flowers at random, and like uses a little bit of twine because I have to assume she can get her hands on twine. She just like wraps them up and is like, I feel like we definitely need to just like get a vase in the town and leave these in the police HQ. His house is awful.
Could use it brightening up, yes.
No, I won't allow this. Anyway, let's go and talk to these people.
Yeah, as you kind of like go into like their area, a gnome, a female gnome approaches you, and she's like, "Oh, hey, you guys, we're closed today. No business. You go, guys. You guys tomorrow."
I'm afraid we're not here on business.
You all talk.
Sorry, yeah. This is the problem with not being face to face. You can't tell when someone's about to speak.
Coda can lead. Go on, Coda.
Ooh, not a great idea, but yeah. I'm afraid we're not here on business. We have some news.
She's like, oh. She's kind of like uneasy. She's like, okay, shoot.
I'm sorry to say this is no good way, but we found some of your fellow forest walkers killed and reanimated.
Oh, one sec.
She's like, okay, so you guys know about that, okay. And she's like, yeah, no, it's we're looking into it, and she kind of like looks over to like essentially a log behind her, like draws your eye to it, and you can see Sulia, who is a wood elf, is clearly like hunched over a log, like sharpening a sword with a weapon kind of thing.
If your plan is to go into the forest and kill whatever you find, it is not advisable.
It's not mine, but like gestures to like Sulia.
Look, we know what's out there. We have
yeah.
dealt with it before, and I can tell you for sure, if you go to try and fight it, you will die. There is a better way to go about this.
Like as you say that, like Sulia kind of like springs up, and she's like, "Then so be it."
No, not just you.
Okay,
You
do you know what? No, do you know what? Do you know what? Coda, shut up. I marched straight over to her. I've had a bad few days. You're the last straw. Now you listen to me. I am sorry about your friends. I truly am. But what is in that forest, if you fight it, not only are you gonna die, you're gonna put this whole town in danger. Because what is in there will not stop with you. It will come here, and it will slaughter and destroy everything it comes across. If you want to die, that's your business. But don't you dare be so goddamn selfish to get everyone else in this town killed and act like it's the noble thing to do.
Yo, Amy, give me that persuasion with advantage. Damn, dude.
Also,
Fucking absolute.
Also incredibly likely not just this town, but yeah, Isidore, get it, girl.
You get it!
Damn.
Yes, queen.
That was so good. Nice.
She like doesn't break eye contact with Izzy as Izzy like lays the fucking law down, but like as she's like locked eyes with Izzy, like hear like a clang as if like had just dropped the sword. She like kind of turns on her heel and like storms off, kind of thing.
And like all of the tension like drains out of her body, and she just sort of collapses on the log. Oh, that was stupid. I shouldn't have yelled.
You said what needed to be said, and I think she listened.
Sorry.
I gotta turn to Lorilla.
No.
Is she going to go anyway, or what's happening? Is this bad?
Yeah, Lorilla just kind of like, you know, she like scurried off to like kind of like console with Sulia. Damn. She had no like come back to that. That was just a case of like that was an open-ish case. After about like 5 minutes or something, like Lorilla reappears, like clearly flustered, as if like she had just been arguing with someone, that kind of thing. And she's like, "Thank you, but you guys need to go. You've like made it better, but also like made it worse. So I appreciate your help, but can you please leave now?"
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna go. I'm sorry.
Esme, like, Coda,
What?
quick, just take it easy. Rella, is it?
Neil, are you gonna Giles us?
No, why? What do you
Like,
think they're gonna do?
I don't know why. But the second you're like, "Bring Izzy over there," it's like I take out my knife. It's like, oh god.
Oh, you
I
think
I thought you were gonna like best Giles moment ever, where he's like, "Oh, we need people like Buffy." Thankfully, I'm not like her. It's like, oh my childhood. Mud. But no. But yes, Lorilla, she's like, yes.
Esme basically just like says, it's like, I want to give you the time you need to deal with this situation, but I would ask, what were the names of your comrades?
She's like, that is very thoughtful of you. May I ask why you want to know their names?
And we were, when we faced the person behind all of this, and we have faced the person behind all of it, I swore that I would one day have her die screaming at my feet, and I would carry the names of those that she has hurt into battle with me. Not that I believe it will do me any spiritual good, but for their own memory.
Yeah, she nods and she's like, Karen, Dylan, and Falmer, or their names.
Yeah, can you flash them in chat whenever you're ready? Esme says, like, she repeats back the names to Lorilla, and she just says, we will fight for them, for their memory. And I know you've already listened. I know you are listening. And I know that the other person whose name I can't remember, and that's Neil who can't remember. I know that yourself and Sulia will listen and won't go after them. But know that someone is going after them. Not on your behalf, not instead. You will do other things in this world. I will kill her for you. And she, like, leaves.
Yeah, she kind of, like, nods and thanks you as you leave.
There we go. Isadora has such small problems.
No, it's just she focuses on the big ones.
Yeah. But I think that's everything.
Oh, it's the next port of call, friends.
Is there anything else we need to do? Because I don't
think. Like, I don't really. No.
Laura, if you want to do something, go and do it.
No, I don't really have, like, anything. Like, I just have, like, I still have a crafting project I need to finish, but I'm not going to go inventing now. Like, I don't really want to, like, just split off from the party now, so I don't really want to do that. I have other, like, minor things, but I'm not really going to go pursue them now.
If no one has anything they immediately want to do, can we, like, go back to the house and sort of, like, gather up all our stuff for the move if we're going to do the move? But can we also take a look at that journal?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be going to the Red Forest soon, and I think that has information that's going to help us.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yay, we're gonna go be bug nerds for the day. Coda's excited. Coda's also having flashbacks to the last journal he found, and it was not nice, because it was the father's.
I was going to say this one will be fine. It won't, but...
It probably won't be like, I cut off 200 people's faces and now they're on my wall. Isn't this lovely? They all keep shouting at me. Like, the father's journal was so much. They couldn't see, so I cut out their eyes to make them see. Like, whoa, relax, buddy. Oh, Jesus. So
like
many faces.
Have a fucking cornetto, bud. Jesus.
They didn't understand why I was cutting their limbs off and replacing them with robots. Like, yeah, no, I wonder why. I wonder why that was. You're weird. Cool. He was so much. He was so... You guys didn't have to read that fucking journal.
Well, I'm forcing you guys to read my book.
So is this a case of like it's a campfire, kind of everyone sits around sort of thing?
Yeah, but in an actual
we
house
sit
this
at the
time.
kitchenette.
We sit at the island.
We sit in the sauna.
Yeah, we read it in the hot tub.
You guys sit in the hot tub while Jeeves, the butler, stands in the middle in full butler outfit, holding the journal up to your face, so you don't have to like look at it. But yeah,
Turn the page, Jeeves. I've read this one.
Next. Okay, so the journal is bound in like a kind of a deep red leather, battered and beaten. Like it's clearly seen its fair share of just, the war. On the first page, off the bat, is a single red leaf has been sewn, like kind of like stitched into the page, that sort of thing. The thread that holds the leaf is really old and worn, and like possibly was done like quite some time ago. The first few pages talk about it's kind of like, oh yeah, we're starting to study. I'm excited. There seems to be a gap in time from a few of the entries. It's a case of like, oh yeah, we're going to learn new things. We're going to like work on a project. It's exciting. It's new. We're going to be like, what's the word? Pioneers. I'm so proud to be like, a member of this team. I can't wait. They believe in me. They've seen my abilities. That kind of thing. Then there's a gap. Yeah, there's kind of a date. Like, there's like about a month in the difference. And it's like, oh, I was like a fool to trust them. It's like they've been spying on me. Essentially, this person was caught doing something they shouldn't. It's very vague, really. Like, it's purely for him to remember, not to like illustrate a.
Yeah.
He talks about how he has to flee, run, and hide. They're after him, kind of thing. Like they've found out what I've been doing, or that I know too much. Or on the 20-page mark, there is like a sentence with I have like escaped, kind of like like I got away, woo. But the pen is kind of like like pulled away, and there is a really deep blood stain on the first few pages. Like it's bled through. It's a case of like the next few pages aren't used. It's like they've been ruined.
Okay.
The next pages talk about how he hasn't been getting a lot of sleep. How he feels like he's always being watched, yet there's no one there, kind of thing. Like he's just like, oh, I'm getting increasingly paranoid. It's because I ran away. Like this situation is like being followed, and like kind of into like the penmanship is kind of degrading a bit. Something that strikes you is a little drawing in the corner of the page, which it looks like a street corner. Like a street corner, you can see like what indicates like a kind of like a market space in the background, and there's a drawing of an alleyway, and from the alleyway a like kind of like shadowy, like scratched in with pen figure with white eyes is like kind of peering at like the artist or like the viewer, that kind of thing.
Ooh.
It's like these little doodles plus like some words. Like I was dreaming about these. Now they're starting to happen. I can see them like on the street corners. I fear the city isn't safe itself. Like they're on to me. I thought I got rid of them, but they're following me. They know where I am. They know what I've seen. Like they know I'm onto them. It is a drawing of a individual with a very wide brim hat that kind of goes up to a point. We, as in like us, would know it to be a drum cymbal into like a pointy hat kind of thing. The person is like, it's one of the shapes that's like peering out of the alleyways kind of thing. They're kind of like covered in a lot of rags and clothes, like heavy duty rags kind of thing. The wide brim hat casts a shadow that you can't see their face, just eyes peering out, and is like it's kind of like a drummer's, like, you know, a cymbal on a drum kit, kind of like, but with a point as if like the top of a hat. But the note underneath it is like the orchestra are after me.
Right. Okay.
It's more like this person is putting a face to the orchestra.
Sick.
Hold on, let's see. The right divulges into why they're after him. He's like, oh, I saw like them, like he's like, oh, they did the experiment again. Crazy, like, you know, there was absolute chaos in the streets. Tears happened left, right, and center. The orchestra had to like swarm the streets not to let it get out of hand. And again, there's loads of these drawings of like the orchestra with these weird hats and like layered clothes. The thing that is catching you guys out to the point where it's upsetting you almost is that this entry that talks about it happening, say, like yesterday, is dated like a month ago. But a month ago, you guys were like just chilling in Uria and like fighting a seeker. Yes, like everything this person's talking about did not happen. Like, you guys did not witness a single thing that this person happened. But the passage goes on to talk about how like it was complete citywide chaos. Like, things happened literally all over this, like this, like just fucking mental, and like full blown orchestra send from the tower kind of thing to like make sure like the world didn't implode because their experiment went wrong. So that's kind of an odd question mark. But it's a case of like when you guys read, when like it dawns on you that like if this happened a month ago and we were there a month ago but didn't notice it, well, it's a case of like that ringing in your ears kind of starts to happen again. Yeah. It's a case of like you're looking at something that shouldn't.
Like the nosebleeds, like, oh.
Yeah, it's a case of a line that shouldn't, and it's causing like dissonance, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, good game, guys.
And just before we
good
finish,
game.
can I just say
sorry,
that I want to send a letter and a bird.
Oh yes, okay, yes.
I'm not gonna do it on the screen or anything. Like, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna send a letter and a bird.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that I guess that is like that action is queued. So when you guys are finished doing this, you'll do that, I guess.
Yeah,
and
like
you
at
can
some
give
point
me
when
the
I
details
finish the
yourself.
journal, yeah, that's something I will do as soon as possible.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly cool. All right, guys, good game. Well played all around.
Cool, good game.
Yeah, good game. We got some nice moments. Good old Izzy dropping absolute fucking truth bomb.
Yeah, like that was so good.
I actually regret that I went off on her far too soon.
I mean, it was.
I don't know. I think Izzy's fairly
started
strict. I think it was warranted.
It definitely worked. It diffused the situation. It wasn't nice, but it worked.
I suppose.
It's fine. She has her wife there to help her.
Yeah, it's fine. It's grand.
They'll grieve in their own time now without destroying the entire town. It's a good thing. Good game.
Okay, guys. Sure. Good game.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna stop the stream now.
Yeah.
Night stream.
Good night,
stream.